Hello and welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Explore our playlist for more captivating novels, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new audiobook. Now, let's dive into today's story. Chapter 1. Beedrill. Use dodge to avoid him, then use Twineedle. In a park in Shuangyang City, a teenager is directing a Beedrill and a Pidgeotto to fight. In soaring in the sky, a Pidgeotto with bright white light on its wings swoops towards Beedrill. Buzz. Just as Pidgeotto was about to hit Beedrill, Beedrill vibrated his wings and made a buzzing sound. His body moved in a graceful arc behind Pidgeotto, holding two cold Twineedles. Stabbed in the back of Pidgeotto. Compare. Pidgeotto let out a painful growl, and his eyes drooped downwards like mosquito coils. Ding! Your Beedrill defeated the level 20 Pidgeotto. Beedrill gained 175 experience points and its level was raised to level 19. You have gained 35 combat points. Your current combat value is 1000 points. A series of system prompts sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Finally upgraded. Hearing the system prompt sound, Chen Feng said in his heart. Chen Feng is not a human being in this world. 10 days ago, he accidentally traveled to this world while watching the Pokémon Special comic. Become a senior high school student who is about to take the college entrance examination. This world is called Blue Water Planet. The layout of continents and countries is similar to that of the Earth in previous lives, except that the volume of the Earth is 2 to 3 times larger than that of the Earth in previous lives. What is different from Earth is that this world has an extra creature that does not exist on Earth, the pet Pokémon, also called Pokémon or Pokémon. Anyway, everyone in this world calls them Pokémon. Pokémon is used in all walks of life, including construction, firefighting, medical care, etc., which has also created another profession, trainer. Powerful trainers have a high status in society, and top trainers are the existence of a country's nuclear weapons normal. After living here for 10 days, Chen Feng learned through the internet that the world's understanding of Pokémon is still in its infancy, and many things are still under research or have not yet been discovered. For example, of Eevee's 8 known evolutionary forms, there are only 7 in this world. Sylveon has yet to be discovered, and the birth of the ice Pokémon is also being studied. In addition, some artificial Pokémon have never appeared in this world. The number of Pokémon species was much smaller than what he knew in the world. Not to mention things like Mega Evolution. That's amazing. Bug-type actually defeated Flying-type Pidgeotto, and Pidgeotto is 2 levels higher than Beedrill. Yeah, this Pidgeotto was killed in just 1 round. It's too strong. I didn't expect bug-type Pokémon could be so strong. The people around were all shocked. Bug-type defeated Flying-type. It was rare for them to win against the attribute when both attribute and level were very unfavorable. Hearing these praises, Chen Feng smiled slightly inwardly. This Beedrill of his is not a normal Beedrill. The system opens the attribute panel. Host. Chen Feng. Pokémon owned. Giovanni's exclusive Beedrill. Special ability. Viridian Power, heal Pokémon, sense Pokémon's inner thoughts, help Pokémon break through racial restrictions. Eye of Insight. Able to see through information about everything. Battle value. 1000. Current mission. Create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. Mission rewards. Mage Bracelet, Key, and any Mega Evolution Stone. Current task. Obtain Mew Gene. Mission reward. Mewtwo Research Experiment Data. Pokémon. Giovanni's Beedrill. Attribute. Poison, Insect. Gender. Male. Level. 19. Ability. Deadly Bee Sting exclusive after appearing. The first attack damage is 1.5 times, the second attack damage is 1.4 times, the third attack damage is 1.3 times, and the fourth and subsequent attacks are 1.2 times. Bug Premonition. When the physical value does not exceed 1. 3, the power of bug-type moves increases by 1.5 times. Species Strength. Physical Strength. 105, Physical Attack. 195, Physical Defense. 60, Special Attack. 6, Special Defense. 30, Speed 169. Jiaoshi. Twineedle Ideographic, Fury Attack Ideographic, Rage Ideographic, Poison Barb Ideographic, Agility Ideographic, Double Team. This system is called the Rocket Creation System. As the name suggests, it is a system that helps Chen Feng create Team Rocket in this world. This Beedrill and Evergreen Force, which are exclusive to Giovanni, are the novice gift packages given to him by the system. The 565 race may not seem high, and cannot compare to those so-called quasi-god Pokémon. However, Beedrill's species strength distribution is perfect, with a high physical attack of 195, which is even better than Rayquaza after Mega Evolution. There is also a high movement speed of 169, which can ensure that the fragile Beedrill can avoid most attacks. Coupled with his exclusive ability, it is understandable that this Pidgeotto was killed instantly. In addition, the system has two major functions. One of them is the lottery. Every time Chen Feng wins or loses a battle, he can get a certain amount of battle value. The battle value can be used to draw a lottery, and you can draw once for every 10 battle values. You can draw special abilities, techniques, props, etc. The second is the task system. The system will assign tasks to Chen Feng, and he will receive rewards after completing the tasks. After the battle, Beedrill flew to Chen Feng and landed next to him. Is there anyone else who wants to fight? Chen Feng shouted to everyone. There are 7 days left until the National Pokémon College entrance examination. In this world where strength is respected, he must use all his strength to improve his own strength. Otherwise, even if Team Rocket was created, they wouldn't be able to suppress them. This is because of the high frequency of battles and Beedrill's unique species strength and ability. Chen Fengkai raised Beedrill's level to level 19 in 10 days. In addition to gaining experience points through battles, you can also gain experience points through daily training of Pokémon. The more demanding the training conditions, the greater the rewards. I'll do it. At this moment, a clear girl's voice came from behind Chen Feng. P.S. There is an explanation behind the level. Regarding Pokémon qualifications, I think every Pokémon has his unique potential. It depends on whether the trainer can dig it out. Chapter 2. Battle against the school bell. Chen Feng looked in the direction of the voice. I saw a girl wearing a white dress with her long hair hanging down her shoulders. A girl who was about his age slowly walked towards him. I'll be your rival. The girl walked up to Chen Feng and spoke slowly. It's her. Looking at the girl in front of him, some related information emerged in Chen Feng's mind. Li Mengxue is the school belle of Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School. A man of great stature who combines beauty and wisdom. His father is a well-known gym trainer in Shuangyang City. Therefore, Li Mengxue is also extremely outstanding as a trainer. She is the dream goddess of all the boys in their school. But all this has nothing to do with Chen Feng. I know her, but she doesn't know me. Of course there is no problem. Chen Feng didn't hesitate too much. It just so happened that he also wanted to see Li Mengxue's strength. Look at how big the gap is between him and the talented trainers in this world. Li Mengxue nodded without saying much, walked around Chen Feng's body, and stood on the other side of the competition venue. Li Mengxue's arrival attracted more onlookers from the surrounding area. Everyone loves to look at beautiful women. My Pokémon is this Beedrill. Chen Feng pointed at Beedrill who was parked beside him and said. He also has no other Pokémon to use besides Beedrill. Come out, Shalwa. Li Mengxue took out a Poké Ball from her waist and threw it down. As the Poké Ball flashed red, an orange-red dinosaur Pokémon appeared on the playing field. It's Charmeleon of fire type. What a high level. Level 22, 3 levels higher than his Beedrill. An attribute also restrains Beedrill. This time, this Mitsumi girl will definitely win. Come on pretty girl, hit him. Some people around who had trainer watches took out their trainer watches to check the information of this Charmeleon. Trainer watch, a trainer item from this world. You can check the basic information of the opponent Pokémon during the battle, such as level, attribute, gender and some basic information. The concept of level depends on the Pokémon's combat experience and ability value, and can summarize the general strength of a Pokémon. But Chen Feng has the Eye of Insight, so he doesn't need a trainer watch to see Charmeleon's information. And it's more detailed than what the trainer sees. Pokémon, Charmeleon, attribute, fire, gender, female. Level 22. Ability, Raging Fire. When the stamina is low, fire-type moves are increased by 1.5 times. Moves, Ember, Fire Spin, Grab, Smokescreen, Growl. That's the information about Li Mengxue's Charmeleon. Ladies first, you attack first. Chen Feng signaled Li Mengxue to attack first. The gap of 3 levels and the disadvantage of attribute may be an unbridgeable gap in the eyes of others. But Chen Feng didn't care. Species strength and exclusive ability were there, and the 3-level difference was not a big problem at all. Hannah, Use Growl on Beedrill. Li Mengxue was not polite and immediately commanded Charmeleon to attack Beedrill. Use Growl with Charmeleon to lower Beedrill's attack. She had just seen the entire fight between Beedrill and Pidgeotto. This Beedrill's attack is very strong. Even though he is 2 levels lower than his opponent, he can still kill Pidgeotto in one hit. It can be seen that this Beedrill attacks fiercely. What the hell, why use Growl when you have the advantage in level and attributes? Maybe he was playing it safe. After all, the Pidgeot was 2 levels higher than Beedrill, and his attributes also restrained Beedrill, but he was still killed in 1 second. When Chen Feng heard this, his eyes narrowed slightly. Want to lower Beedrill's attack first with Growl? A good strategy indeed. Unfortunately, the wrong person was used. Beedrill's attacks are not something a Growl can balance. Roar. Receiving Li Mengxue's command, Charmeleon howled at Beedrill. Beedrill, it's our turn now, use Twineedle. After Li Mengxue finished giving instructions to Charmeleon, Chen Feng immediately gave instructions to Beedrill. Buzz. Beedrill flapped his wings, raised his 2 guns high, and flew towards Charmeleon at an extremely fast speed. Watching Beedrill speeding towards Charmeleon, Li Mengxue was not panicking at all, but calmly commanded the Fire Dragon Dinosaur, use Smokescreen. Bang! As soon as Li Mengxue finished speaking, Charmeleon immediately sprayed a large amount of smoke towards the ground. Black instantly enveloped the entire playing field. A few unlucky guys who were closer were choked by the smoke and quickly took a few steps back. No one could see what was happening inside the competition venue because of the smokescreen. Beedrill, who was attacking, couldn't find the target, so the attack came to an abrupt halt and he remained in midair. But just because Beedrill can't find Charmeleon doesn't mean Charmeleon can't find Beedrill. Bug-type Pokémon like Beedrill is different from bug-type Pokémon like Butterfree. Their wings vibrate at a very high frequency. It will make a buzzing sound whenever it is flying or moving. Chapter 3. Second kill again. Shalwa, find him and use Fire Spin on him. Quote. Li Mengxue gave the order in a tender voice, using the buzzing sound made by Beedrill while it was still flying to determine Beedrill's location. Have Charmeleon attack Beedrill. Following Li Mengxue's command, Charmeleon sprayed hot flames towards Beedrill. The flames swept towards Beedrill's position in a tornado. Perfect tactics. She even used the vibration sound of Beedrill flying to determine the location of Beedrill. This pretty girl is so smart. Fire is doubly effective against bug types. Beedrill, with such a fragile body, probably won't be able to withstand it. People around her all praised Li Mengxue's tactics. Even Li Mengxue herself thought that she had a sure win this time. However, he didn't know that this was exactly what Chen Feng wanted. You can use the vibration sound of Beedrill to find the location of Beedrill. Then why don't I use Charmeleon's attack to find Charmeleon's location? Beedrill, find his location, keep using Twineedle. What? Hearing Chen Feng's command, Li Mengxue couldn't help but exclaimed. It was at this moment that she realized that while she was looking for Beedrill's location, the other party was also looking for his location. Be careful, Shalwa, Li Mengxue quickly reminded Charmeleon. However, it was too late. In the smoke, Beedrill could only feel a blazing flame rushing towards him. Beedrill instinctively dodged to the side, avoiding Charmeleon's attack. Then, following the remaining temperature in the air, it fluttered its wings, held up the Twineedle that emitted a cold star-like light, and rushed towards Charmeleon. Then a bang sound was heard from the smoke. At the same time, a system voice sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Ding, your Beedrill defeated the level 22 Charmeleon and gained 215 experience points. You get 33 combat points, and your current combat value is 133 points. Second kill again. Charmeleon, whose species strength and level were higher than Pidgeotto's, was also killed instantly by Beedrill. Who hit who? Why is there no movement? You don't even realize this. Either Charmeleon kills Beedrill instantly or Beedrill kills him instantly. The sound just now seemed to come from the direction of Charmeleon. No way, Charmeleon can kill instantly. Is this still Beedrill? Or is there an error in the trainer's watch, and Beedrill's level is not 19? Li Mengxue bit her lips tightly and stared at the smokescreen in front of her. Although she didn't want to admit it, she had to tell herself that she was probably defeated in this battle. And the loss was complete. Lost despite having the advantages of both level and attributes. In battles with peers, she had never lost so badly or so quickly. Wait for the smoke to clear. As expected, Charmeleon's eyes became like mosquito coils and he had lost his fighting power. Although I had already guessed this result. But when they saw it, they couldn't help but be shocked. Beedrill is so awesome, I want to catch one too. Don't be silly. Bug type is recognized as the lowest experience among species strength. There is no potential for training. This is just a special case. Why can't this special case be me? Where do you get the confidence to say that you are the special case? The onlookers were shocked when they saw this scene. This is not the Pidgeotto just now, but Charmeleon, the evolved form of Charmander, one of the extremely precious 3-starter Pokémons. He was killed instantly by an attribute bug type that is recognized as the weakest. Who would believe this? But that's the way it is. I lost. Li Mengxue bit her lip lightly and admitted defeat unwillingly. You are very capable too. If it weren't for my special Beedrill, I would definitely be the loser in this battle. Chen Feng said modestly. The normal Beedrill speed is 75, and even after Mega Evolution it is only 145 points. It is quite different from his Beedrill attribute. If his Beedrill was an ordinary Beedrill, forget about finding Charmeleon's location and launching a counterattack. I'm afraid I can't even avoid the fire spin in the smoke. If I lose, I lose. Next time, I will definitely win back. Li Mengxue didn't want to make any excuses for her failure. This is also what her father taught her. If you lose, you lose. Only by finding the reason and training can you make continuous progress. It is this that makes her stand out from her peers. She's really cold and aloof. It doesn't match her attribute at all. Looking at Li Mengxue leaving, Chen Feng shook his head. Even though he's using a fire-type Pokémon, his personality is so cold. There is no one who wants to continue the challenge yet. After Li Mengxue left, Chen Feng continued to shout, saying that with Beedrill's current contest condition, there would be no problem in having 10 more battles. Tisk, who wants to fight this pervert? Let's go. I came to see the beauties. The beauties left, so I left too. In just a short while, the onlookers dispersed. In 2 battles, Chen Feng has demonstrated his abnormal strength. They would not seek trouble by fighting with Chen Feng. No, it's all gone now. Chen Feng couldn't help but be stunned. It looks like I'll have to change the park tomorrow. There was no other way, so Chen Feng had to go home early and try another park tomorrow. Chapter 4. Knowledge is priceless. Mom, I'm back. After losing to Chen Feng, Li Mengxue returned to her home. It's Vivi, you're back just in time, I just finished cooking. Li Mengxue's mother was wearing an apron and carrying the dinner she had prepared today from the kitchen to the dining room. Where's my dad? Li Mengxue looked around but didn't see her father. So he asked his mother. You don't know your dad yet, so he must still be in the gym. The National Pokémon College entrance examination is coming up soon, and now is the busiest time. Hearing her mother's answer, Li Mengxue nodded. There are only 7 days left until the National Pokémon College entrance examination. Many students who want to become trainer majors want to challenge the gym to improve themselves. Let the gym trainer give you some guidance. So this time of year is the busiest time for his father. On average, there are about 50 battles a day, and sometimes even more. Never mind him, let's eat first. Li Mengxue's mother brought all the food to the table and asked Li Mengxue to start eating. Mom, you eat first, I have something else to do. After saying that, Li Mengxue walked towards her room. This child. Looking at Li Mengxue's back, he shook his head helplessly. As her mother, she knows her daughter too well. He didn't even eat. He must have lost a battle with someone and was analyzing the battle. My daughter is good in every way except that she is too competitive. Li Mengxue returned to the room and started to open the computer to check information about Beedrill. She never thought a bug-type Pokémon could be so strong. As she continued to flip through the pages, the pretty eyebrows on her forehead kept frowning. Not only is there very little information about Beedrill available online, but it's also not very useful. His Beedrill is far superior to ordinary Beedrill in terms of speed and attack. Even surpassing those Pokémon known for their speed and attacks. It's so strong that it doesn't even look like a bug-type Pokémon. If you want to defeat his Beedrill, you have to attack faster than it so that it can't dodge. Charmeleon, we still have to keep working hard. Li Mengxue took out Charmeleon's Poké Ball and said to Charmeleon. No matter how powerful a bug type is, it is still a bug type and will still be restrained by the fire type. As long as he could attack him, he would be killed instantly. Li Mengxue decided to strengthen Charmeleon's attack speed training later. Beedrill, thank you for your hard work today. This is Kuni honey rice made especially for you. On the other side of the park, no one continued to fight with Chen Feng. Chen Feng had no choice but to return home. Chen Feng lives in a dilapidated small bungalow in Shuangyang City. It has one bedroom and one living room, with a total area of no more than 50 square meters, which is in stark contrast to the luxurious villa where Li Mengxue lives. Not only that, the whole room also exuded the smell of damp wood. This street is basically cold, dark and damp. It is a paradise for raticate and muck. The locals in Shuangyang City jokingly call this place the slum kiln of Shuangyang City. This house is the only asset left to him by his grandfather. From memory, we know that the owner of this body has been dependent on his grandfather since childhood. His grandfather passed away due to illness not long ago, and the owner of this body died of excessive depression due to grief. This was a good thing for him, as he was able to travel here. As for who his parents are, Chen Feng doesn't know either. There is no impression in my memory. There isn't even a photo of us at home. It's uncomfortable to live here, and Chen Feng currently has no good solution. The reason is no money. Buzz. Looking at the delicious food in front of him, Beedrill's eyes showed an excited smile. Use the twineedle to start picking up leafage and eating it. Kuni honey rice is made with pecha berry leafage. Pecha berry is a detoxifying fruit. However, pecha berry leafage contains mild toxins. It is one of Beedrill's favorite foods. If used on poison-type Pokémon for a long time, it can also slightly increase the toxicity of Pokémon. Looking at Beedrill, who was filled with happiness, Chen Feng fell into deep thought. Since the system was activated, it has issued him 2 tasks. The first one is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The second is to find Mew's genes so that they can be used to create Mewtwo. Let's leave the second one aside for now. Let's first talk about whether we can find him. Even if we find him, we may not be able to catch him. The legendary Pokémon is not something he can handle right now. The first task was not so easy to complete. In the anime world, rare Pokémon are basically monopolized by the Pokémon Alliance. There is no way for civilian trainers to get ahead. That's why he took the unconventional step of joining Team Rocket in search of greater power. The same is true in this world. Rare Pokémon are monopolized by consortiums, aristocratic families, and the Pokémon Alliance. Civilian trainers are stepping stones for these people. But the key is that Boss Giovanni can really give them something. That's why they are so willing to be loyal to Boss Giovanni. But what can I give them? You can't just say to someone, "Come and follow me." Then others ask you what the benefits are. You tell people to generate electricity for love. See who pays attention to you. Money. After all, there is still no money. Chen Feng has already realized that if he wants to complete the first task, he must get money. As long as you have money, you can complete the task even if you just hire employees. Let's see if we can pull out something good and make some money. Now that he has more than 1,000 combat points, he can directly make 100 consecutive draws. Chen Feng already had a plan for the money issue. But I don't really want to use it. I plan to draw a prize first to see if I can win anything good. System, start the lottery. As soon as the voice fell, a large turntable appeared in front of Chen Feng. It depicts a series of areas such as props, techniques, and skills. Chen Feng clicked start. The pointer of the big turntable began to spin rapidly. Ding! Congratulations on getting Poké Ball 5. Ding! Congratulations, you have obtained Super Potion 5. Ding! Congratulations on getting the Sonic Bike. Ding! Congratulations on obtaining the Ultra Ball manufacturing technology. Byte. Hundreds of voices continued to ring in Chen Feng's mind for 10 minutes before they stopped. Chen Feng sorted out the system space. After 100 draws, the only useful things were a sonic bicycle and the manufacturing process of an Ultra Ball. The others are either ordinary red and white Poké Balls or miscellaneous items such as potion berries. The only real thing is the Ultra Ball production process. In this world, the best Poké Ball on the market is probably similar to the Great Ball, and the technology is monopolized by the American Pokémon Alliance across the ocean. Their Yuanwang Alliance would pay them a large sum of patent technology fees every year. If we can make the Ultra Ball, it will definitely beat all the Poké Balls on the market. Not only that, it can also break the blockade of Poké Ball technology by US companies. System, get me the Ultra Ball production process. Chen Feng muttered to himself. As soon as he finished speaking, a notebook appeared in Chen Feng's hand. Chen Feng opened the notebook and looked. It contains a lot of dense data. To be honest, Chen Feng couldn't understand it. People without any professional knowledge really can't understand the data here. For those who understand Poké Ball technology, what is recorded here is a priceless treasure. Looking at the notebook in his hand, Chen Feng fell into deep thought. Whether it's the production of Ultra Ball or recruiting members of Team Rocket, they all require a lot of money to support. It seems that I can only use this to exchange for money. Chen Feng murmured. Chapter 5. Knowledge Level 5. As he spoke, Chen Feng turned on his phone and logged into the Yanhuang Alliance forum. Yanhuang Alliance forum is the official forum of Yanhuang Alliance. The major events around the world and event videos will be updated at any time for trainers to watch and learn. There are also many trainers who share their experiences in training Pokemon on it. It is the most frequently used communication platform by the Yanhuang Alliance trainers. It is also the most authoritative platform. Chen Feng opened the forum transaction module, opened a post, and typed a line of words on it. Selling the secret of Phoebus evolving melodic. 100% sure to get melodic. Send me a private message if you're sincere. Let's talk about what makes the most money. Chen Feng would definitely say that knowledge is the most profitable. Especially what others don't have, I have. This kind of knowledge is more profitable. Isn't it that the Poké Ball company in the United States relies on its technological monopoly to make huge profits from our Yanhuang Alliance? If there was no other way, Chen Feng really didn't want to sell this knowledge. After all, if one is sold, he has one less. As soon as the post was published, countless netizens responded to Chen Feng instantly. You are crazy about money, right? Alliance hasn't figured out how Phoebus evolved into melodic yet. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The current op is a liar. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket +1. The liar died with a household registration book. Close black lens bracket. I have to say I was moved, but I'm not stupid. Closing square bracket. Ah, I want melodic too. Closing square bracket. ... 99% of people don't believe what Chen Feng said. Through the breeding of melodic and melodic, people learned that melodic evolved from Phoebus. When the news came out, the price of Phoebus skyrocketed. Wild Phoebus were almost captured by trainers and almost became extinct in the Yanhuang region. But the good times didn't last long. The breeding of melodic and melodic did produce Phoebus. It also proves that Phoebus is indeed a degenerate form of melodic. However, nearly 99.9% of Phoebus trainers are unable to evolve Phoebus into melodic. Only a small number of people accidentally evolve Phoebus into melodic. The people at the Pokemon Research Institute analyzed these evolved melodic but were unable to come up with any results. To this day, melodic's evolution remains a mystery. It's no wonder that netizens think Chen Feng is a liar. Chen Feng ignored the insults. Instead, opened the private message directly. As soon as his post was published, he received a lot of private messages. Chen Feng clicked on them one by one to check. Fantasy Wind. Friend, can you really make Phoebus evolve to melodic 100%? Closing square bracket. Yes, I do know a way to make Phoebus evolve to melodic with 100% certainty. What's your price? Chen Feng asked. Fantasy Wind. My friend, I can't be sure whether you are cheating me or not, so please tell me the method first, and I will transfer the money to you after I confirm it. Seeing this sentence, Chen Feng directly deleted and blocked the other party. Do you think I'm a 3-year-old kid? Chen Feng continued to the next one. Using my Sansheng fireworks. Brother, can you help me evolve Phoebus into melodic? I have 36D. Closing square bracket. 36D is not as good as money. If you have money, you can find 36E, not to mention 36D. Delete and block in one go and move on to the next one. Chen Feng continued to chat with dozens of interested people. The result is the same as that of Fantasy Wind, both of them are trying to get something for nothing. After blocking the last person, Chen Feng couldn't help but feel a little disappointed and stretched lazily. It seems that getting money is not that easy. Just as Chen Feng was about to turn off his phone and make other plans, a message flashed by. Chen Feng clicked on the message and saw a message from a person with the ID Renjian Siyu. There was only one sentence on it. Can we have a face-to-face meeting? Seeing this, Chen Feng couldn't help but feel overjoyed. There is always a way out after many twists and turns. It seems that this person is the one who really wants to understand. Otherwise, there would be no request for an interview. Okay, what is your budget? It's too little. If it's too little, there's no reason for us to meet. Chen Feng replied. He wanted to see what price the other party was going to offer. If the price was too low, he felt there was no need to waste time with the other party. In a detached villa in Shanghai, a tall beauty in white pajamas was half lying on the bed. One hand holds the apple and the other hand scrolls the phone. Next to her was a Dongshi cat lying lazily, constantly hitting Yan. Lu Shuyun looked at the reply message from the other party with some surprise. Her feminine intuition told her that what this person said might be true. He might actually have a way for Phoebus to evolve into melodic. Open black lens bracket. What's your phone number? Let's talk on the phone. Close black lens bracket. Lu Shuyun took a bite of the apple and replied. She thought it would be better to talk about this kind of thing over the phone. Open black lens bracket 1554x. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng didn't think too much and sent his cell phone number. Ding ding ding. Just as Chen Feng finished sending the message, a number from the Magic City called him. Hello, I'm April on Earth. Before Chen Feng could speak, a mature female voice came from the phone. Hello, I am the light of the future. Chen Feng replied on the phone that the light of the future was exactly his ID on the forum. Do you really have a way to evolve Phoebus into melodic? Hearing the rather childish voice coming from the phone, Lu Shuyun became a little uncertain. Because the other person's voice really sounds too young. Yes, I do know how much you are prepared to pay. Chen Feng asked directly to the point. If it's true, how about 100 million, little brother? I'm willing to pay 100 million to buy it. Lu Shuyun answered on the phone. Oh, I think there's no need for us to continue talking. Having said that, Chen Feng was about to hang up the phone. 100 million may seem like a lot, but it is not much compared to Melodic's method of evolution. Low, too low. Since the other party was not sincere, there was no need for him to continue talking to him. Wait a minute, little brother. I heard Chen Feng wanted to hang up the phone. Lu Shuyun hurriedly stopped him and secretly cursed Chen Feng in her heart, calling him a little fox. She thought that 100 million would be enough to overwhelm the other party, but who knew that the other party wanted to hang up the phone without even hesitation. It seems that it is impossible to get it at a low price. 1 billion. If you really know how to evolve melodic, I'm willing to pay 1 billion for it. If you don't agree, there's nothing I can do. Lu Shuyun increased the amount tenfold based on the original amount. 1 billion. Chen Feng did some calculations in his mind. The price is reasonable. How to trade? For offline transactions, send me an address and I'll find you. The two parties agreed on the meeting time and place before hanging up the phone. If nothing unexpected happens, the money issue should be resolved now. After hanging up the phone, Chen Feng said secretly. 1 billion in startup capital plus the production process of Ultra Ball. If used properly, you won't have to worry about money in the future. On the other hand, Lu Shuyun is here. After communicating with Chen Feng, Lu Shuyun immediately called her assistant and asked her to book a flight to Shuangyang City for her. Chapter 6. I have something else to do, let's talk next time. Shuangyang Street, the most prosperous commercial street in Shuangyang City. 80% of the items in the market can be found on this street. The next morning, Chen Feng got up early and took Beedrill to the cafe where he had an appointment with Lu Shuyun. Order a cup of coffee and wait for Lu Shuyun to arrive. From yesterday's phone call, Chen Feng only knew that the other party was a woman. I don't know any other information. In this way, Chen Feng drank coffee while taking out his mobile phone and waiting for Lu Shuyun. Class teacher Feng Yi. Classmates, the National Pokémon College entrance examination is just 6 days away. How are you preparing? Sao Rufeng. Don't worry, teacher Feng. My father hired a professional trainer to serve as a sparring partner for me. My Teddiursa has improved a lot. I will definitely live up to teacher's trust and get into an ideal college. Wei Kai. I'm so envious. How much does it cost to hire a professional trainer to do the training? Open black lens bracket Sao Rufeng. It's not expensive, only about 10,000 yuan a day. Close black lens bracket. Tang Kashui. 10,000 a day is not expensive, the local tyrants are different. Closing square bracket. Shu Wan. Alas, I don't ask to be admitted to a famous university, as long as I can be admitted to an ordinary university. Closing square bracket. Wu Guo. Miss Shu, you are too modest. You will definitely be admitted to 985 and 211 universities. Shuangzheng. I am the same. It doesn't matter what college I go to, as long as I can get into the trainer department. Open black lens bracket Rui Yiren. Come on, come on, come on everyone. Close black lens bracket. Logan. Ha 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 ha, I hope I can pick someone like Chen Feng during the battle exam, so that I can get a higher score. Sao Rufeng. Logan, what are you thinking? Have you forgotten that Chen Feng is the only one in our class who doesn't have Pokemon? He can't even afford Raticate, how can he take the Pokemon test? Closing square bracket. Even if there's one, you can still get a low score if you kill it in 1 second. Open black lens bracket Logan. Haha, sorry I forgot. Close black lens bracket. Shu Wan. Sao Rufeng. Logan, you two are going too far. Chen Feng's family is in trouble. As classmates, we should help each other instead of laughing at him. Closing square bracket. Sao Rufeng. Miss Shu, we didn't say anything nonsense. We were just stating the facts. Chen Feng is just a poor guy, living in a slum, and doesn't even have a Pokemon. Isn't it okay to be poor in this world? Closing square bracket. Logan. Boss Sao is right. We are telling the truth. Miss Shu is speaking so loudly for Chen Feng. She must like this pretty boy Chen Feng. Shu Wan, who was behind the screen, watched Sao Rufeng and Logan singing the same tune. Fingers trembled with anger. Who likes that unromantic oak head? Shu Wan was so angry that she threw her phone aside. In the end, I couldn't help it and picked it up again. Seeing the conversation in the class group, Chen Feng frowned. He didn't expect that this would involve him. The National Pokemon College Entrance Examination is not much different from the college entrance examination in previous lives. The only difference is that this world has an additional Pokemon written test and Pokemon battle test. These two exams are not compulsory and registration is voluntary. Only candidates who have passed both exams can apply for the trainer program in colleges and universities. Learn more about Pokemon and become a professional trainer. Sao Rufeng, who just spoke, is a local tyrant in their class, in Chen Feng's memory. Sao Rufeng once wanted to humiliate Chen Feng with money, but was ruthlessly rejected by Chen Feng. Sao Rufeng felt that Chen Feng had offended him and embarrassed him. At school, Sao Rufeng and his lackey Logan would humiliate Chen Feng whenever they found an opportunity. Every time, it was this girl named Shu Wan who spoke for him. Chen Feng, I have Pokemon and will take the Pokemon test. You two better pray that you don't run into me when the battle starts. Chen Feng replied in the group. If he didn't have the ability, he might just swallow his anger. But he has the ability, so why should he endure the taunt of two jumping clowns? Logan. Ha 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 ha, Boss Sao, did you see what Chen Feng said? Closing square bracket. He has Pokemon, takes Pokemon exams, and asks us to pray we don't run into him. Closing square bracket. Sao Rufeng. Ha ha ha, I can't wait to meet you. You are a free ticket to become a trainer. Closing square bracket. Looking at Sao Rufeng and Jen still singing the same tune in the group like jumping clowns. Chen Feng closed the chat group directly. The challenge has been put down, just in case I run into them both in the examination room. Chen Feng guaranteed that they would get 0 points and miss out on their favorite universities. Shu Wan. When did you get the Pokemon? There are still a few days before the exam. Do you want me to help you with the ability? Closing square bracket. Just then, Chen Feng received a private message from Shu Wan. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. A few days ago, don't worry, I'm very strong. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng replied. Through yesterday's battle with Li Mengxue, Chen Feng already had a general understanding of his own strength. There should be no one who is his rival in the same level. Seeing Chen Feng's answer, Shu Wan behind the screen couldn't help but look a little disappointed. Shu Wan. That's good. Good luck on the exam, smiley face. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. Well, keep going. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. And thank you. Close black lens bracket. When Shu Wan saw the last sentence, her pretty face couldn't help but turn red. This oak head, why is he suddenly enlightened today? Shu Wan muttered. I helped him so many times before, but he just pretended like a piece of wood and didn't see anything. I didn't expect that he would not pretend to be blind today. Because of this sentence, all the grievances Shu Wan had just suffered disappeared. Shu Wan. Then how are you going to thank me? Cute. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. I have something else to do, let's talk later. Close black lens bracket. Broken wood, stinky wood, dead wood. Seeing that the date she had arranged was gone, Shu Wan couldn't control her emotions and vented her anger on the beware doll on the bed as if it were Chen Feng. Swinging back and forth. When a normal person sees this sentence, they would take the opportunity to invite someone to dinner or something. Hello, you have something else to do, let's talk later. But then I thought about Chen Feng's family background. Shu Wan felt relieved. On the other side, Chen Feng successfully reunited with Lu Shuyun. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 7. A Transaction of 1 Billion. Chen Feng looked at the woman in front of him seriously. The red cheongsam shows off her exquisite figure to the fullest. Any man who sees this will drool. Especially the long legs revealed by the split red robe, which makes people have endless reverie. From the moment she came in, she became the focus of the cafe. Next to her was a relatively young girl named Stephanie with short hair. It seems to be her assistant. With $1 billion business, you only find a place like this. Lu Shuyun pulled out a chair and sat in front of Chen Feng. Looking at the surrounding environment with some dissatisfaction. The layout of this cafe is considered to be a top-notch place in Shuangyang City. But for Lu Shuyun, who came from the Magic City, this place is too far away from the Magic City. It was hard for her to imagine that one day she would be sitting here discussing business with others. There are many people here, so it's safe. Chen Feng replied with a slight smile. Chen Feng chose to meet here for various reasons. First, this place is close to his home and transportation is convenient. Second, this is the most prosperous place in Shuangyang City, and there are always a lot of people coming here at any time. At that time, even if the deal is not reached, the other party will not dare to break off relations on the spot. You little rascal, you think too much. I'm not a bad person. Lu Shuyun crossed his legs and lit a cigarette for himself. He blew a puff of smoke towards Chen Feng, teasing him. What surprised Lu Shuyun the most was the other party's age. Young, too young, looks like a high school student. No smoking allowed here. Chen Feng glanced at the cigarette in Lu Shuyun's hand, looked up and pointed to the no smoking sign hanging on the wall, and said lightly. Tisk, you're such a conservative guy. Hearing Chen Feng's words, Lu Shuyun rolled his eyes at Chen Feng and put out the cigarette in his hand. Little brother, you look like a high school student. I came all the way from Shanghai, and you must be disappointing me. My sister will be very angry. Lu Shuyun spoke to Chen Feng in a very frivolous manner. But Chen Feng could feel it. Lu Shuyun attaches great importance to melodic, otherwise he would not have come here in person. If I fail to satisfy her this time, I'm afraid she won't let me go so easily. Age is never a factor in measuring a person. You will be thankful for the day that has come. Chen Feng answered neither humbly nor arrogantly. Lu Shuyun does have a very strong aura. But he is destined to stand at the top of the world in the future. How could I lose to her in terms of aura? Feeling the aura emanating from Chen Feng, Lu Shuyun put away his contempt for Chen Feng. You really can't judge the strength of this kid in front of you by his age. Meet Lu Shuyun, the president of Century Metropolis Magic City Branch. Lu Shuyun put away her crossed legs, stretched out her slender white hand and introduced herself. The city of the century. Chen Feng was slightly stunned. This woman turned out to be the president of the Century Metropolis Magic City Branch. Century City is simply a department store. They sell all kinds of rare Pokémon items and Pokémon. Their shopping malls are located in every city in the Yanwang region. They also have Century Metropolis in Shuangyang City, but its scale cannot be compared with first-tier cities like Shanghai. It can be said that Century Metropolis is the leader in the Pokémon item industry in the Yanwang region. Many suppliers cannot do without their channels. There are even rumors that Century City is related to Pokémon hunters. As long as you can afford the price, they can get you rare quasi-god Pokémon. Sure enough, someone who can take out 100,000 yuan at one time is not a simple person. Chen Feng. Chen Feng gently touched Lu Shuyun's hand and said lightly. No psychological changes can be seen. Little brother, how do you want to cooperate? Lu Shuyun asked Chen Feng. As the president of Century Metropolis Magic City Branch, I think you should have a plan already. Chen Feng looked at the young assistant next to Lu Shuyun and said with a smile. Smart. I like talking to smart. Then I won't beat around the bush. We do have a plan ready. Lu Shuyun signaled to his assistant and asked his main force to show the plan to Chen Feng. The assistant immediately understood, took out her handbag, took out a document and handed it to Chen Feng. Chen Feng took the document and looked at it carefully. After reading for half an hour, Chen Feng finally understood what was written inside. It is to prove that Chen Feng really has this method. Their plan was to first provide Chen Feng with a Phoebus, and let Chen Feng train and evolve them into melodic. They will only make the payment transaction after confirming that Phoebus has evolved into melodic. Sure, the conditions are reasonable, I have no problem with that. But I have one condition. Chen Feng handed the phone back to the assistant and said. Their conditions are indeed reasonable and I have no reason to disagree. But it's okay. Hearing that Chen Feng agreed to this request, Lu Shuyun was secretly happy. It seems that I made the right bet this time. The other party really knows how to evolve Phoebus into melodic. Otherwise, we would not agree to their request. I need 10 million. Bang. You are dreaming. Chen Feng just said this. Lu Shuyun's face changed instantly. She stood up, pounded on the table and glared at Chen Feng. Just now I thought the other party really knew how to evolve Phoebus into melodic. Just because of Chen Feng's words, Lu Shuyun directly labeled Chen Feng as a liar. The other party must feel that they can't cheat out 1 billion, so they will be fine if they want to cheat out 10 million. Lu Shuyun's movements attracted the attention of everyone in the cafe. But Chen Feng simply ignored Lu Shuyun. Silently taking a sip of coffee, he slowly said, I need money now, a lot of money. 10 million is just a drop in the bucket for you. Besides, I'm just a high school student. You can easily find out my background. I can't escape. Big sister, don't you even have this confidence? Chen Feng said slowly. Doing business with such people is like trying to get the skin of a tiger. He now urgently needs some startup capital to build the Rockets team. Improve your strength. To protect your own safety. After hearing Chen Feng's words, Lu Shuyun slowly sat down again. Stuck in a dilemma. 10 million is indeed a small matter for her. But it's a question of face. What if the other party is really a liar? How many people would laugh at her then, for being deceived by a high school student? Chen Feng didn't disturb her, but just drank the remaining coffee silently. Quite a while, Lu Shuyun decided to take a gamble. Trust Chen Feng for a while. If she wins the bet, she will have a greater say in the group. If you lose the bet, all you'll lose is 10 million and some face. As a businessman, when the benefits outweigh the risks, then you can make the investment. Xiaoyu, give it to him. Lu Shuyun signaled to her assistant Xiaoyu to give the money and Phoebus Poké Ball to Chen Feng. Mr. Chen, this is a check for 10 million, and this is Phoebus Poké Ball. Assistant Xiaoyu took out a Poké Ball containing Phoebus and a check for 10 million and gave them to Chen Feng. It's a pleasure to work with you. You won't regret your choice today. Chen Feng took the Poké Ball and the check, put them away, stood up and stretched out a hand. Little brother, I trust you so much, please don't lie to me. Lu Shuyun smiled charmingly and stretched out her hand to hold Chen Feng's hand. Emergency notice, emergency notice. At this moment, the TV hanging on the wall of the coffee shop was still playing a TV series. Suddenly it turned into an urgent news notification. Chapter 8. Sucker Punch. Everyone's attention was drawn to the report on TV. A female investigator in uniform appeared on the TV screen. Emergency notice, emergency notice. There is an out-of-control salamence flying towards Shuangyang Street. Please leave Shuangyang Street immediately. Please leave Shuangyang Street immediately. Please leave Shuangyang Street immediately. Boom. At this moment, a loud explosion sounded from not far away. Bring those who haven't reacted yet back to reality. Run. The whole cafe was in chaos. You push me and I push you. Everyone rushed towards the entrance of the coffee shop as normal. What are you standing there for? Run. When Chen Feng was about to run away with the others, he suddenly glanced at Lu Shuyun opposite him. I found that the other person was sitting there in pain. My foot, my ankle is sprained. Lu Shuyun pointed at her long legs with a painful look on her face. Just when she was about to leave, she stood up with too much force. As a result, the heel of her high heels broke, and she was wearing a cheongsam today, which made it difficult for her to move. This caused her to sprain her ankle. Chen Feng quickly scanned the surroundings and found that her assistant had disappeared. Hold me. Chen Feng grabbed Lu Shuyun's slender waist and picked her up. Ah! Lu Shuyun was startled by Chen Feng's sudden action and subconsciously hooked her arms around Chen Feng's neck. A refreshing fragrance wafted into Chen Feng's nostrils, which was not in line with her gorgeous dress at all. The fresh fragrance made Chen Feng feel a little distracted. Very soft and fragrant, but Chen Feng doesn't have time to think about these things now. The most important thing now is to escape. Judging from the sound of the explosion just now, this salamence is not far away from them. The level of a salamence is at least level 50, and with its extremely high species strength, its destructive power is extraordinary. He doesn't have the physique of Mega Real Rookie. You will get hurt if you rub or bump into something. In serious cases, it may even lead to death. Chen Feng rushed through the crowded crowd holding Lu Shuyun. Roar. Woof. 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 As soon as he walked out of the coffee shop, Chen Feng saw soaring in the sky not far away. A salamence flew towards Shuangyang Street while emitting dragon breath to cause destruction. Behind him, several Arcanines kept jumping on the roof, following salamence. From time to time towards the salamence flamethrower. Further back are the search team members, and these windspeed dogs are their Pokémon. Let's find Xiaoyu first. My Pokémon are all with Xiaoyu. I have a way to deal with this salamence. Lu Shuyun hooked her arm around Chen Feng's neck and spoke slowly. His Pokémon are all held by the station Satsuki. It was just a salamence out of control, but she was still capable of dealing with it. Xiaoyu. Chen Feng looked around for Xiaoyu. But besides the people running around, there was Xiaoyu's figure. It's too late. Salamence is almost here. Chen Feng took a look at Salamence in soaring in the sky. Found out that Salamence is about to fly here. Chen Feng continued to run forward holding Lu Shuyun. Trying to find a safer place. Chen Feng thought that as long as he ran to a safe place, he would not be so unlucky to be hit by Salamence. However, Chen Feng didn't know that they had been targeted for a long time. On the rooftop of a high-rise building not far away, a man in a black windbreaker was observing the movements of Shuangyang Street with a telescope. Found it. The target was wearing a red cheongsam and was being held by a man. The man in the windbreaker saw through the telescope that the target was being carried forward by a boy. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. He quickly ordered Salamence to catch up through the remote communication equipment. As long as he kills this woman, he can get a reward of 500 million. This amount of money is enough for me to live a happy life for the rest of my life. In fact, he had accepted this task a year ago. But there was never a chance to do it. It wasn't until yesterday that he received a notice from the person who issued the task. Today Lu Shuyun will go to Shuangyang City, Anhui Province, and will not have any Pokémon on him. He would not let go of such a good opportunity. He ran to Shuangyang City overnight to keep watch. Roar. Salamence received the command, flapped its wings, drew an arc in the air, and chased after Chen Feng. Woof. 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 Just then, an Arcanine saw the opportunity and jumped up, using a bite attack on Salamence. He bit down hard on Salamence's dragon foot and refused to let go. Roar. Salamence roared in pain and sprayed hot dragon breath downwards. Knocked down several other Arcanines that tried to pounce on him. Don't worry about this wind speed dog, go kill that woman for me. The man in the windbreaker looked a little ferocious. 500 million. 500 million. The goal is right in front of us. If we miss such a good opportunity, there will never be a next time. Roar. Salamence endured the pain and flew towards Chen Feng with Windhound. Damn it, why is it flying towards us? Looking at Salamence flying towards him. Chen Feng's face turned black. This is too unlucky. Through the eye of insight, Chen Feng has seen the information of this Salamence. A high level of 51. It was far beyond what he could handle. There's an alley ahead. Let's go in and hide for a while. Lu Shuyun pointed to an alley not far ahead and said. Good. Chen Feng held Lu Shuyun in his arms and turned into the alley. I originally thought that this would allow me to avoid Salamence's attack. But they overthought it. Salamence came to the sky in this alley and sprayed the scorching dragon breath towards Chen Feng. Careful. Boom. Chen Feng dodged Salamence's attack with a leap and pressed Lu Shuyun under his body. We're being targeted, Chen Feng said to Lu Shuyun under him with a dark face. Now he was sure that their attack was no coincidence. Just when Salamence attacked, he saw something like earphones in Salamence's ears. It was obvious that someone was secretly directing this Salamence to attack them. Coupled with the disappearance of Lu Shuyun's assistant Xiaoyu, Chen Feng became more suspicious that Lu Shuyun was betrayed by Xiaoyu. The other party should be targeting Lu Shuyun. Lu Shuyun nodded slightly. A blush covered her entire pretty face. Now the postures between him and Chen Feng are as ambiguous as they can be. They look just like the male and female protagonists in a short movie. Chen Feng also seemed to feel the awkwardness of this posture. He helped Lu Shuyun up again, put her behind him, and faced Salamence. They can't compare to Pokémon in terms of speed. Only by fighting can there be survival. Chapter 9. Police Dog Arcanine. Come out, Beedrill. Chen Feng took out Beedrill's Poké Ball and threw it upwards. As the Poké Ball flashed red, a Beedrill appeared in front of Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun. Beedrill. Lu Shuyun looked at Chen Feng in disbelief. I just heard Chen Feng say he wanted to fight Salamence. I thought his Pokémon would be a very powerful Pokémon. Who knew it was actually a Beedrill? Are you crazy? You want to fight Salamence with Beedrill? What level is your Beedrill? Lu Shuyun asked Chen Feng. Put your hopes on Beedrill's level. What if this Beedrill is of a higher level? I can also hang out with Salamence. Level 19. Chen Feng stared at Salamence in midair. Level 19. Lu Shuyun was somewhat doubtful whether she had heard it wrongly. Beedrill, who is at level 19, dares to challenge Salamence, who is at least level 50. Where do you get the courage from? Beedrill was not afraid of Salamence and slowly flew into the air to face Salamence. Hurry up and get rid of this Beedrill. Kill that woman. Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun hid in the alley, causing him to lose sight of them. The man in the black windbreaker couldn't help but become a little anxious. He quickly ordered Salamence to deal with the Beedrill. The search team will be here soon, and by the time they get here, he will have no chance to take action. Roar. Receiving instructions from the man in black, Salamence opened his mouth wide and condensed a stream of hot dragon breath in his mouth, spraying it towards Beedrill. Get out of his way, then use Twineedle on his ears. See Salamence begin to attack. Chen Feng calmly directed Beedrill to dodge. The other party gave the command through the earphone in Salamence's ear. Just destroy the headset so that Salamence can't receive his commands. This way, he could use Beedrill to delay the arrival of the search party. Beedrill fluttered his wings, circled Salamence's dragon breath in a graceful arc, and flew towards Salamence's boarding house. Boom! Salamence's smackdown missed the target and hit the alley wall, making an explosive sound. This Beedrill is so fast. Lu Shuyun's beautiful eyes widened in disbelief. A Beedrill managed to dodge Salamence's attack despite the 30-level difference between them. Damn it, he actually got away with it. Oh no, his target is the headphones. Salamence, use Dragon's Tail. Beedrill is seen flying towards the side of Salamence. The man in black shouted, oh no. The two were busy directing Salamence to attack. Salamence's tail glowed blue, and he twisted his body and twitched his tail towards Beedrill. Careful. When Lu Shuyun saw this scene, she couldn't help but exclaimed. Beedrill began to worry about Chen Feng. Beedrill's body suddenly sank, and Salamence's dragon tail just passed by Beedrill. Now, Beedrill, use Twineedle. Chen Feng commanded Beedrill to attack Salamence while the inertia of Salamence using Dragon's Tail had not yet disappeared. Buzz buzz buzz. Beedrill looked fierce, fluttered his wings, and rushed towards Salamence with two guns in hand. Bang! Roar! Beedrill accurately hit Salamence's ear hole, destroying the earphone inside. Salamence roared in pain. Beedrill's stinging attack, coupled with the roar of the earphone explosion. It made Salamence miserable. Ah! On the roof of a high-rise building on the other side. The man in the windbreaker also covered his ears with a painful look on his face. The sound of the explosion just now rushed through Salamence's headphones and reached his ears. It almost deafened his ears. Damn you! The man in the windbreaker had red eyes and stared in Chen Feng's direction with a ferocious expression. It starts with the headphones being destroyed. You can declare that your plan has failed. 500 million. 500 million are gone. It's all because of that guy. Wow, what a great Beedrill. Lu Shuyun looked at Beedrill in soaring in the sky with a dull look. The species strength differs so much, and the level difference is 30 levels. It actually hurt Salamence. Is this really a Beedrill? But Lu Shuyun didn't know that the reason why Chen Feng's Beedrill could hurt Salamence. This is entirely due to Beedrill's exclusive ability and extremely high attack species strength. Try asking him to switch to a normal Beedrill. But even so, this is all Chen Feng can do. It's wishful thinking to want to defeat Salamence. Beedrill, don't fight him, just tangle him. Without the trainer's command, the Pokémon's combat effectiveness will be greatly reduced. Especially an angry Pokémon like Salamence. With just a little stimulation, his transfer force can be transferred. Roar. The enraged Salamence, after losing contact with the man in the windbreaker, attacked Beedrill like crazy. Beedrill relied on his speed, which he was proud of, to escape danger several times and entangled Salamence in midair. Oh my god, what is that? It's fighting with the violent salamander. It seems to be Beedrill. This is fake, this is Beedrill. I feel like the price of Weedle is going to go up. The people around looked up into the air in disbelief. If you hadn't seen it with your own eyes, who would have believed that a Beedrill could fight Salamence for such a long time? It's his Beedrill. Li Mengxue, who was watching the report, looked at the images coming from the TV. I recognized it as Chen Feng's Beedrill at a glance. Apart from his Beedrill, she had never seen anyone else's Beedrill cultivated to this level. What's the situation now, Commander? Salamence has been dragged out by a trainer's Beedrill. Deputy Captain Zong's wind speed dog is also there. Aside from a few people injured, no other personnel have died. Very good, drag him out and ensure the safety of the people. Master Li will be here soon. It's the director. Why hasn't the search team arrived yet? Watching Beedrill tangling with Salamence in soaring in the sky, Chen Feng couldn't help but feel a little anxious. Under the high frequency of agility, Beedrill's physical strength has begun to be exhausted. The speed is not as fast as before. If this continues, the situation will not be good. I wish I could command this wind speed dog. This wind speed dog has reached level 40. If you can command Arcanine and have it team up with Beedrill, you may be able to defeat this Salamence. Arcane, use extreme speed. Chen Feng tried to command the wind hound hanging under the dragon's feet of Salamence. But nothing happens. It's useless. This windspeeder is supposed to be a police dog. She won't listen to anyone's orders except her trainer. Lu Shuyun on the side explained. From the beginning, this speedster has been biting Salamence tightly and refusing to let go. The only speedsters that have such perseverance are police dogs. Is that so? Looks like this is the only trick I can use. Chapter 10. Who commands my Arcanine? Chen Feng's eyes were closed. An energy invisible to humans enveloped Arcanine. Help me, Arcanine. A voice sounded in Arcanine's mind. Arcanine, who was struggling to hold onto Salamence's foot, heard a voice in his head. Cheer up instantly. He looked around, trying to find the source of the sound. But there was nothing around except a Beedrill. I'm Beedrill's trainer, and I need your help. Chen Feng continued to use the power of Evergreen to communicate with Arcanine. The power of Evergreen is a power that the Evergreen Forest bestows upon those living in it every 10 years. Born with a super high affinity with Pokémon, Chen Feng's method is to use the power of Changpan to get closer to Arcanine. Hope Arcanine can help him. Woo woo woo. You are not my trainer. Arcanine replied while biting Salamence and making a purring sound. Arcanine, I really need your help. Believe me, your master would want you to do the same. Chen Feng continued to use the power of Evergreen to communicate with Arcanine. What is this guy doing? Beedrill is dying. Lu Shuyun didn't quite understand what Chen Feng was going to do. Hurry up and put Beedrill away. Beedrill is already gasping for breath in soaring in the sky. His physical strength obviously couldn't keep up with Salamence. Woo woo woo. What do you need me to do? Arcanine thought of what his master had said to him when he was a Growlithe. From today on, you are my partner. We must work together to protect the people. Yes, his master would definitely want him to do that. Great, now you will follow my instructions. Chen Feng was overjoyed to hear Arcanine agreed. It's time to blow the clarion call for counterattack. Roar. Salamence twisted his neck and continued to spray dragon breath at Beedrill. Precisely. Beedrill stared at Salamence and panted, then flapped his wings again and twisted his body to avoid Salamence's attack again. But Salamence's attack did not end there. Salamence used the dragon's tail and lashed at Beedrill. Beedrill was already exhausted, and he had just dodged dragon breath. There is no time to react. It's over, this Beedrill is going to be hit. Watch out, Beedrill. Many people covered their eyes. I dare not watch this cruel scene. However, just as the dragon's tail was about to hit Beedrill, an Arcanine biting Salamence's leg moved. Woo. Arcanine, use your teeth to gain momentum and use extreme speed. Arcanine turned into a beam of white light and crashed into Salamence's abdomen. Ouch. Salamence arched his back and howled in pain, then began to fall. This is it. Arcanine, it was Arcanine who saved Beedrill just now. Deputy Zhong's Arcanine saved Beedrill. The mighty general has taken action. Zhang Ling, who was rushing over here, couldn't help but slow down when he saw this scene. Look up at soaring in the sky. How did you do that? On the other side, Lu Shuyun looked at Chen Feng in shock. Others may not know, but she heard it clearly. The reason why Arcanine used extreme speed was entirely because he listened to the command of the young man in front of him. Chen Feng ignored her. Continue to command Arcanine. Now, use the charged flame. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, Arcanine in midair burst into flames all over his body. Normal was like a meteor, slamming towards Salamence. Bang! Salamence, who was falling, was attacked by Arcanine. The falling speed is even faster. Boom! Salamence fell drunkenly from soaring in the sky and hit the house below hard. Ding! Growlithe and Beedrill under your command defeated level 51 Salamence, and each gained 2,450 experience points. You have obtained 77 combat points, and your current combat point is 110 points. The voices of two systems sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Beedrill's level was raised to 21 because of this battle. As expected of Team Zhong's Pokémon, without anyone directing it, it used extreme speed followed by charged fire. The connection between these moves was perfect. Not only that, but he also used the momentum of falling from a high altitude to fully unleash the power of the stored energy flame. With this attack, Salamence should lose his fighting ability. All the investigators were amazed when they saw Windspeed's combo. Only Arcanine's trainer Zhang Ling doesn't think so. As his trainer, she was well aware of her, mighty general's, temper. He would never act without his own orders. The reason why Bite Salamence was so deadly before was because she had issued this order before. If the first action was a coincidence, so what about the second action? Who on earth commanded his mighty general? Come back, Beedrill. Hearing the voice in his mind, Chen Feng took Beedrill back. Let's go. After Chen Feng took Beedrill back, he supported Lu Shuyun and continued walking, not daring to stop for a moment. He and Lu Shuyun are now grasshoppers on the same rope. If her assistant Xiaoyu really betrayed Lu Shuyun, I'm afraid that the other party has also known the transaction information between me and Lu Shuyun. He knew very well how captivating the secret of Phoebus' evolution into melodic was. It is necessary to find out whether the opponent's target is Lu Shuyun or the secret of Phoebus evolving into melodic. Not long after Chen Feng left, a middle-aged man riding Charizard arrived late. This person is Li Mengshui's father, Li Tian, the owner of Shuangyan Gym. A professional high-level trainer, the trump card Pokémon is none other than Charizard at his feet. It seems I'm late. Li Tian jumped off Charizard and came to Salamence's side. At this time, Salamence's eyes were like mosquito coils, and he was lying in the rubble. A cordon has been set up around the area and no unauthorized personnel are allowed to approach. There was also an Arcanine beside Zhang Ling, lowering its head in grievance. Thank you for your hard work, Master Li. Deputy Captain of the search team Zhang Ling expressed his gratitude to Li Tian. It's okay. I can't help you anyway. Li Tian waved his hand. As soon as the incident happened, he rode Charizard from the gym to this side. But there's no way, his gym is still some distance away from here. If there's nothing else, I'll go back first. Seeing that the matter had been resolved, Li Tian said goodbye to Zhang Ling and left. There are still many challengers busy in the gym. Master Li, please get busy first. Zhang Ling nodded. Li Tian rode on Charizard again and left. Captain, Beedrill's trainer was not found. After Li Tian left, an investigator reported to Zhang Ling. Okay, I understand. Zhang Ling rubbed his temple. They just found a broken earphone in Salamence's ear. This shows that the appearance of Salamence is not accidental, and someone is remotely directing it. There is also the trainer who previously commanded Beedrill and Salamence. What Zhang Ling cares about most is the person who commands the mighty general. She couldn't understand why so many things happened today when Shuangyang City was just a small third-tier city. Chapter 11. The old cow eats the young grass. Where is this place? Little brother, you are not going to act like an animal and do something bad to your sister, are you? Lu Shuyun protected his chest with both hands and looked at Chen Feng vigilantly. She was taken by Chen Feng to a dark and dilapidated alley. Chen Feng looked Lu Shuyun up and down. I have to say, any man would be attracted by her figure. Although he is a pervert, Chen Feng is not the kind of person who is obsessed with S***X. I can't walk when I see a beautiful woman. I have no interest in an old woman like you. Little brat, how can I be old? Hearing this, Lu Shuyun hit Chen Feng on the head mercilessly. I am only 28, not even 30, and this little brat actually called me an old woman. Have you ever seen such a beautiful old woman? By the way, where is this place? After the joke just now, Lu Shuyun felt a little relieved. A hand pulled Chen Feng's arm and asked curiously. This is my home. It's a relatively safe place for now. Chen Feng explained, even if the transaction information between him and Lu Shuyun was leaked. But it will take some time for the other party to investigate his information. They won't be able to find this place in a short time. Your home? You live in a place like this? Lu Shuyun stared with her beautiful eyes in disbelief. Is this kind of place habitable? She never expected that Chen Feng actually lived in such a shabby place. Chen Feng nodded and continued to take Lu Shuyun towards his home. Just sit down first. I'll get you a potion. Chen Feng asked Lu Shuyun to sit on the sofa and rest first, while he turned back to his room and took some potion spray from his system backpack. These potions are specifically for Pokémon. But humans can use it, too. Chen Feng can also use the power of Changpan to heal her. But it's not necessary. He didn't want to reveal the hidden card of Everlight. Previously in the commercial street, he would not have used the power of Evergreen to communicate with Arcanine unless he had no other choice. Is this where he lives? Lu Shuyun sat on the sofa, limping, with one foot dangling. Lu Shuyun looked up and down curiously. Although the furniture is a bit worn out, it looks very neat and makes people feel comfortable. At least there is some humanity, which makes people feel at ease. It seems that here, I don't have to worry about things like assassinations. Here, spray your ankle with this, it should be healed in a while. After a while, a bottle of potion spray that Lu Shuyun had never seen before was handed from Chen Feng to Lu Shuyun. Will this work? Lu Shuyun asked uncertainly. As the president of Century Metropolis Magic City Branch. Of course, I know the most commonly used potions by trainers on the market. But what Chen Feng gave her was not any brand she knew. Devon Company, a company that Lu Shuyun had never heard of, was printed on this bottle of potion spray. Just use it, there shouldn't be any problem. Chen Feng answered uncertainly. He smoked a lot of this stuff and kept them all in the system backpack. Never used it. He also doesn't know what the effect will be. Lu Shuyun held a skeptical attitude and bent down to spray potion spray on her slightly swollen ankles. The moment when potion sprayed on the ankle, Lu Shuyun felt a cool feeling in her ankles. It feels very refreshing and comfortable, and the pain has indeed been reduced a lot. It's a good medicine. The effect is quite good. Where did you buy it? I'll add this to the shelves of our Century City store later. Lu Shuyun asked Chen Feng while holding the potion spray. I didn't expect that I would get this today. This potion was better than any she had ever used. If it can be promoted, it will definitely sell very well. It even became the leader in the Pokémon potion industry. It's a small company, the technology is not mature, and it can't be mass-produced yet. Chen Feng answered perfunctorily. All right. Lu Shuyun felt a little disappointed. Everything would be in vain if she couldn't mass-produce the product. If it is because of the scale, I can invest in their expansion and increase production. But if it is due to technical reasons, then there is nothing we can do. Technical difficulties cannot be overcome overnight. The two sat like this for a while. The scene fell into a silent awkwardness. Don't you want to ask me something? Lu Shuyun asked with a hint of apology. She was a little confused about the little boy in front of her. He is obviously so much younger than her, but he acts so mature. I have to say that Chen Feng has a mature personality and a young and handsome face. It's really too addictive. She recalled the determined face on Chen Feng's face when he hugged her on the pedestrian street. Lu Shuyun's heartbeat quickened involuntarily, and a blush crept up to her ears. From childhood to adulthood, I have never been hugged by any member of the opposite S*X except my father. Chen Feng was the first one. It would be better if the other person was 2 years older. For some reason, a thought suddenly popped into Lu Shuyun's mind. Lu Shuyun quickly shook his head to drive away the thought. I must be crazy. He actually wanted the old cow to eat the young grass. But don't worry, let's talk about it after dinner. Chen Feng said lightly. No matter the opponent's target is Lu Shuyun, or the secret of Phoebus' evolution into melodic. He has already waded into this muddy water. It may not be so easy to get out. Come out, Beedrill. As he said that, Chen Feng released Beedrill. Buzz. Beedrill rubbed Chen Feng's body affectionately with his head. However, he has not yet recovered from the high-intensity battle with Salamence. The spirit is a little depressed. Thank you for your hard work, Beedrill. While rubbing Beedrill's head, Chen Feng silently used the power of Changpan to restore Beedrill's strength. It looks like an ordinary Beedrill. Nothing special. Lu Shuyun looked at Beedrill beside Chen Feng curiously. From the outside, it is no different from an ordinary Beedrill. But this Beedrill jumped 30 levels. The battle with Salamence lasted for 5 minutes. Who would believe it if they didn't see it with their own eyes? Okay, Beedrill, I'll go get you some lunch. You should take a rest first. Chen Feng put Beedrill away with the Poké Ball and started preparing lunch. After dinner, when I have enough energy, I can talk to the other person about the whole story. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 12. Liar, you just want to take advantage of me. I didn't expect your cooking skills are quite good. Why don't you follow me from now on? Be a cook for me. Lu Shuyun was wearing Chen Feng's clothes and picked up a piece of food with chopsticks and put it into her mouth. Her cheongsam is not suitable for wearing at home. She asked Chen Feng to find her a piece of his clothes to wear. Chen Feng's loose clothes look quite interesting when he wears them. No, I have money now. Chen Feng said lightly, although there were some twists and turns today. But he finally got the startup capital. Whether it is recruiting 10 rocket team members to complete the tasks issued by the system, or building a company, build his economic empire. 10 million is enough for his current use. I would have forgotten if you hadn't told me. Do you really know how Phoebus evolves into melodic? Lu Shuyun asked Chen Feng. Yes, I know. There is nothing I don't know. Chen Feng answered perfunctorily. Bah, bragging, is there anything you don't know? Lu Shuyun rolled her eyes at Chen Feng. Why didn't I realize before that this guy likes to brag? You think you are God, there is nothing you don't know. Did that Salamence come to see you today? Chen Feng finished a mouthful of soup and looked up and asked. Well, I think I know who it is. Hearing Chen Feng's question, Lu Shuyun pondered for a moment and nodded. Oh, you're not looking for me. I feel relieved then. Looking at Chen Feng, he seemed to be indifferent and nonchalant. Lu Shuyun's chest was trembling with anger. Don't worry if nothing is happening to you. It's too late. You know the secret of Phoebus evolving into melodic. That little BCH Xiaoyu must have leaked it out. You are not immune to this either. Lu Shuyun said viciously. Originally, I felt a little sorry for dragging Chen Feng into this. Now she felt a sour taste in her mouth. If you want to run away after eating everything you want, there is no way. What Lu Shuyun didn't expect the most was that her most trusted assistant Xiaoyu actually betrayed her. I'm still dragged into this by you, shouldn't you give me some compensation? No, not a penny. Lu Shuyun glared at Chen Feng with her beautiful eyes. Money, 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 have you fallen into the money trap? What are you going to do next? After eating, Chen Feng asked seriously. I don't know either. Let's take it one step at a time. Speaking of this issue, Lu Shuyun's expression began to darken. Although she knew who attacked him. But she had no choice. You can only defend passively and protect yourself. I can help you. Chen Feng walked up to Lu Shuyun, patted her on the shoulder and said. You still have some conscience. But you'd better take care of yourself first. You don't know what kind of power they hold. Lu Shuyun felt warm inside and turned her head to give Chen Feng a cold look. They couldn't even deal with it themselves, so what could a high school student like him do? She didn't deny that this Beedrill was very strong, but at the moment, it was still not good enough. Chen Feng walked to the sofa at the back and sat down, crossed his legs, and spoke lightly. I know who they are. Lu Shuyun turned around, leaned on the back of the chair, and looked at Chen Feng curiously. The president of Century Metropolis is surnamed Lu, and your surname is also Lu. There is no doubt that you are a direct descendant of the Lu family, otherwise you would not have become the president of a first-tier city like Magic City. It's nothing more than a wealthy family fighting for power. I've seen this kind of thing a lot. If I'm guessing correctly, it should be your brothers and sisters who did it. Chen Feng said slowly. All those melodramatic TV dramas I watched in my previous life were not in vain. Normally, this kind of situation is a power struggle among the rich and powerful. Lu Shuyun stared at Chen Feng with her beautiful eyes in disbelief. Is this guy really just a high school student? Or is it an old monster in the guise of a high school student? He actually guessed them all. The ones who wanted to kill her were her brothers and younger brothers. The reason why she attached so much importance to the evolution of Phoebus to melodic this time was that she wanted to use it to increase her voice in the family. To protect yourself. But he didn't expect that his assistant had already been bribed. He almost lost his life here. You're really in high school. Only 18. Lu Shuyun asked tentatively. It's real. There's my student ID in the room. I'll be taking the National Pokemon College entrance examination in a few days. Chen Feng pointed to the room with his head. Little monster. Lu Shuyun muttered. But what could he do? He was just a high school student. He was dragged into the water by himself and couldn't save himself. How to help yourself? Since you know who they are, how can you help me? Just based on the professional trainers they have under their command, you are not rival. Lu Shuyun sighed helplessly, closed her eyes and lay down on the chair. The world only sees the glory of the rich. But I didn't see the bloody cruelty of the wealthy families. If possible, she really doesn't want to be born into a wealthy family. There is no human touch or homely warmth at all. Everywhere is filled with intrigue and the stench of money. Whoever has a stronger ability to make money will have a greater say. 2 years, at most. I will help you get rid of those people and make you the only one with a say in Century Metropolis. Chen Feng stretched out 2 fingers and said with great confidence. Century Metropolis is a distributor that controls 80% of the Pokemon items in the Yanhuang region. The company he wants to create is bound to have conflicts of interest with Century Metropolis in the future. Chen Feng knew very well what those investors wanted to do. No matter which world, capitalists have the same face. So Chen Feng wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to cooperate with Lu Shuyun and use Century Metropolis for their own benefit. Chen Feng has this confidence based on the Ultra Ball production technology in his hands. Not to mention that there are still many technologies that I haven't drawn yet. 2 years is still Chen Feng's conservative estimate. Boasting, it's still 2 years. Lu Shuyun murmured subconsciously. When Chen Feng looked at Lu Shuyun again, he found that Lu Shuyun had fallen asleep on the back of the chair. Well, seeing this scene, Chen Feng shook his head helplessly, thinking that he had just said so much in vain. Chen Feng put his arms around Lu Shuyun's waist and wanted to carry her back to the room and let her sleep on the bed. What are you going to do? Lu Shuyun was awakened by Chen Feng's actions, and looked up and asked in a daze. Take you back to your room. Liar, you're just trying to take advantage of me. Lu Shuyun answered in a daze, subconsciously hooking her arms around Chen Feng's neck and burying her head in Chen Feng's chest. Let Chen Feng carry her back to the room. Boss, I failed. On the other side, in a hotel in Shuangyang City. The man in the black windbreaker is talking on the phone with someone. It doesn't matter. You just stay in Shuangyang City and investigate someone for me. A male voice came from the phone. It's the boss. It wasn't long before the man in the windbreaker received a photo. And the photo is exactly Chen Feng. Chapter 13. The first candidate for member. Sir, I have submitted a check for 10 million. It is expected to be deposited into your designated account within an hour. After carrying Lu Shuyun back to the room, Chen Feng left Lu Shuyun alone at home and took a taxi to a nearby bank to cash the check. Cash the check. Chen Feng was worried that something might happen if he was late. This 10 million is the key to his rapid rise. Okay, thanks. Now that we have the money, the next step is to recruit people. After coming out of the bank, Chen Feng was thinking secretly. The first step to building a rocket team, money. Already have. The next step is to recruit members of the rocket team and complete the tasks assigned by the system. As long as the mission is completed, he can equip Beedrill with Mega Evolution. By then he will have one more card in his hand. In addition, the company can also start preparations for its establishment. Chen Feng had already planned to divide the rockets and the company into 2 different units. The rockets serve him specifically and do some shady things. For example, hunting some rare Pokemon and looking for legendary Pokemon. There is also some research using Pokemon. These are things that cannot be seen in the light. The company is looking to make money and provide funding for the rockets. In the anime world, Boss Giovanni does the same thing. The game hall in Celadon City is the tool they use to make money. It's just that Boss Giovanni did not separate the 2 different organizations. Increased chance of exposure. Hello, this is the 95 Headhunting Agency. How can I help you? Juwu Headhunting Firm is a well-known headhunting company in Yanhuang region. We specialize in recruiting various high-end talents for enterprises and have very strong business capabilities. The reason Chen Feng made the call was to find a suitable manager for himself through them, to help him manage the company. After all, professional matters should be left to professionals. I need a manager with management experience as well as R&D experience, Chen Feng said on the phone. Okay, sir, please tell us what's going on here so we can find someone more suitable for you. It took Chen Feng a full half hour to inform the other party of his situation and requirements. Next, just wait patiently. As for the first member of Team Rocket, Chen Feng already has a candidate in mind. Seeing that it was still early, Chen Feng planned to take advantage of the remaining time in the afternoon to find someone to fight with and improve his strength. But think about what happened this morning. I decided to keep a low profile and wait until the storm is over. The video of Beedrill's fierce battle with Salamence this morning has gone viral on the internet. Everyone is looking for who the Beedrill trainer is. Shocked. This is Beedrill's true strength. Closing square bracket. Have you ever seen Beedrill, a quasi-god Pokémon? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket fighting Salamence at level 30. Close black lens bracket. Various headlines appeared in the media. Chen Feng's Giovanni exclusive Beedrill refreshed everyone's understanding of Beedrill. Some people have even started catching Weedles, hoping to cultivate a Beedrill like the one in Chen Feng's hands. Chen Feng felt that if he could take advantage of this time to come out and do a live broadcast or something, you can definitely become an internet celebrity. Therefore, Chen Feng decided to stay out of the spotlight for a while and give himself half a day off. Waiting for Chen Feng to come back. Lu Shuyun was still resting and showed no intention of waking up. Chen Feng didn't bother her either. Instead, he started preparing invitations for the first member of Team Rocket. The first Rocket team has just been established, and what they are going to do in the future will be shady. So he needed a vest to hide his identity. They can't let them know who they are. In this regard, Boss Giovanni did a very good job in the special episode. While working as a gym trainer for Alliance, he used this identity to expand Team Rocket. If it weren't for Kai Yi's protagonist Halo being too strong, Giovanni's identity may be kept secret until the end. Even the three executives, Koga, Ma Zishi, and Sabrina, only found out that Giovanni was the leader of Team Rocket after the final battle of Silver Corporation. So Chen Feng couldn't let them know who he was. What if I become bigger and stronger in the future and an undercover agent from the Alliance sneaks in and exposes myself? By then, I can only live in darkness. Chen Feng directly used Giovanni's name as his pseudonym. In Chen Feng's heart, Boss Giovanni is very worthy of learning from, whether in terms of his mind, wisdom or strength. Since I have been bound to the creation of the Rocket Team system, I cannot let the name of the Rocket Team be disgraced in this world. A Zhang Shuiwei, a native of Shuangyang City. He is a few years older than Chen Feng and can be considered half-senior to Chen Feng. A young man who lived in the slum with Chen Feng. In addition to an elderly mother, there is also a younger sister who is in middle school. Occupation is delivery man. The Pokémon is a Dodrio. What Zhang does every day is to deliver takeout on his Dodrio. It can be said that delivering takeout is the entire income for this family of three. In Chen Feng's memory, Zhang's dream is to become a professional trainer. But his family was poor and did not support him becoming a trainer. Plus, his father was critically ill at the time. Zhang had no choice but to give up his dream. Replace my father as the pillar of the family. After graduating from high school, he joined the delivery army without even going to college. Start working to support the family. But Zhang has never lost interest in covet in the professional league. I watch every professional league at home. Sometimes I even have to watch the professional league instead of delivering food. Sometimes when Chen Feng meets him, he always smiled and said, "Wait until her sister is admitted to college. I will pursue my dream of becoming a professional trainer." This was the first person Chen Feng chose. First, he has a dream, but it cannot be realized for various reasons. The second is his identity, and there are other people like him around him. You can pull other members to yourself. As long as his current problem can be solved, he believes that Zhang will definitely join their rocket team. Chen Feng made a simple invitation letter. To prevent Zhang from throwing it away as a prank, Chen Feng also added a sentence on it, "Please choose carefully." A Zhang's home is not far to the right of Chen Feng. Chen Feng took the simple invitation letter and put it into an envelope. quietly put the letter in the crack of their door. This completes the delivery. Looking at the envelope on the crack of the door, Chen Feng couldn't help but sigh. Oh, this is too low class. I actually need to come in person for this kind of thing. All things are difficult at the beginning. Chen Feng shook his head helplessly and walked towards his home. Just wait until you get through this most difficult time. Chapter 14. Black stockings go better with this dress. You're awake. When Chen Feng returned home, Lu Shuyun had already woken up. Sitting in the living room watching TV. And what was being broadcast on TV was the Salamence attack this morning. Lu Shuyun nodded and continued watching the report on TV. I bought you some clothes, try them on to see if they fit you. Chen Feng pointed at the clothes next to the sofa and said. When returning from the bank, Chen Feng bought 2 sets of clothes for Lu Shuyun. Yeah, I see. Lu Shuyun turned her head to look at Chen Feng, then smiled slyly. Buying clothes is buying clothes, why are you buying this? Lu Shuyun took out a pair of black stockings from behind and asked. When Chen Feng saw the black silk in Lu Shuyun's hand, he instantly felt that the little secret in his heart had been discovered. His face suddenly turned red. Ahem, the clerk said black stockings would go better with this outfit. Chen Feng turned his back to Lu Shuyun and walked towards the kitchen. I didn't dare to look at Lu Shuyun. Tisk, if you want to see it, just tell me. It's not like I won't let you wear it. Looking at Chen Feng's background, Lu Shuyun wanted to laugh. He is indeed a little brat, with the desire to steal but not the courage to do so. Chen Feng, please buy me a plane ticket tonight. I'm going back to the Magic City. Lu Shuyun shouted at Chen Feng. Her cell phone, Pokémon, wallet and other things are all with her assistant Xiaoyu. I don't have a penny on me. I can only ask Chen Feng for help. Now, Chen Feng turned his head, glanced at Lu Shuyun and asked. Then he turned around and continued with his back to Lu Shuyun, do you have anyone over there you can trust? It's safer to go back with a Pokémon in hand. Chen Feng once again lamented the backwardness of technology in this world. There isn't even a Pokémon transporter. If you want to send Pokémon from other places, you can only do it by express delivery. Hearing this, Lu Shuyun's eyes dimmed. The person I trust the most is Xiaoyu, otherwise I wouldn't have brought her here for such an important matter. But even the people he trusted the most were bribed by the other party. Not to mention others. At this moment, Lu Shuyun suddenly felt that the world was so big, but there was no place for her. After not hearing Lu Shuyun speak for a while, Chen Feng knew what was going on. You can stay at my place for now. I'll take you back after I finish the college entrance exam. Chen Feng said as he prepared dinner. After the college entrance examination, Chen Feng also plans to travel to Demon City to improve his strength. Mewtwo is a first-tier city in Yanhuang region. There are countless professional trainers there, and their level is several levels higher than that in Shuangyang City. Hearing Chen Feng's words, Lu Shuyun felt warm inside. Little brother, are you concerned about your sister? No, I'm just worried that my 990 million is gone. Lu Shuyun, who was quite moved just now, heard Chen Feng's words. Almost flew into a rage. Such a good atmosphere was ruined by just one sentence from this guy. I don't have a penny. I regret it. I won't buy it. Lu Shuyun glared with her beautiful eyes, stomped the stomping tantrum, and returned to Chen Feng's room. What a straight man who doesn't understand romance. You will never find a wife in the future. As time passed, night began to fall. Mom, I'm back. A Zhang, who had been delivering takeout until 11 o'clock, pushed open the door and shouted into the house. Xiaowei is back. How was your day? Did you encounter any trouble? I saw on TV that Shuangyang Street was attacked by Pokémon today. Many houses were destroyed. Zhang Shuiwei's mother pushed a wheelchair out of the house and asked with a worried look on her face. Mom, don't worry, I'm lucky. I haven't encountered this. Zhang Shuiwei replied proudly. Shuangyang Street was attacked and a large number of buildings were destroyed by Salamence. He wasn't injured though, but their industry has suffered a huge impact. 80% of their orders are received from Shuangyang Street. This time Shuangyang Street was attacked. The number of businesses has decreased, but the number of delivery men has not. With more wolves than meat, competition among delivery men will become more intense in the future. It's not right to fight over an order. In order not to worry his mother, Zhang Shuiwei lied. That's good. That's good. After hearing what Zhang Shuiwei said, Zhang Shuiwei's mother finally felt relieved. Now Zhang Shuiwei is the pillar of their family. Nothing can happen. By the way, Xiaowei, your sister found a letter for you at the door of our house today. Mother Zhang suddenly thought of something, turned around and pushed the wheelchair to the table next to her. Picked up a letter and handed it to Zhang Shuiwei. Zhang Shuiwei frowned and looked at the letter in his hand in confusion. There were only a few big words written on the envelope, from Zhang Shuiwei, invitation letter from the Rockets. Team Rocket, what is this? Zhang Shuiwei slowly opened the envelope with a puzzled attitude and took out the letter inside. Inside was a piece of yellowed letter paper that looked very cheap. When looking at what was written on the envelope, Zhang Shuiwei couldn't help but widen his eyes and open his mouth. It is filled with basic information about him and his family. It seems that the sender knows this family very well. Otherwise I wouldn't have written it in such detail. The letter also invited him to join an organization called Team Rocket. As long as he agrees, his sister's tuition fees for the future will be fully provided by the organization. And support him in fulfilling his dream of becoming a trainer. But there is no such thing as a free lunch. All of this comes at a price. The price is to obey the organization's orders. They will even do some illegal and criminal things. The benefits and risks are written very clearly above. The signature is a man called Giovanni. In addition, there is a penguin number on the letter. Let him think carefully. When you've made up your mind, add him on QQ and chat in detail. What's written on it? I saw that my son looked a little unhappy. Zhang's mother asked with concern. It's okay mom, just some silly pranks. Zhang Shuiwei crumpled the letter into a ball and threw it into the trash can next to him. I have to say that what was written in the letter made him very moved. But there is no such thing as pie in the sky. If you want benefits, you have to pay a price. And this price was the reason why Zhang Shuiwei rejected the invitation. Although the competition in delivering food is fierce and it is a bit tiring. But if he works hard, it shouldn't be a problem for him to hold on until his sister goes to college. That's fine. It's getting late, hurry up and wash up, eat and sleep. Zhang's mother instructed Zhang Shuiwei. I know, mom, you should get some rest too. As Zhang Shuiwei took off his delivery clothes and was about to wash up, eat and rest. A call came in from a person with the note, boss. Zhang Shuiwei quickly picked up the phone. Boss. Xiaowei, you don't have to come tomorrow. A cold, impersonal male voice came from the phone. Zhang Shuiwei hasn't reacted yet. The call was hung up. Zhang Shuiwei stood there stupidly, at a loss as to what to do. Don't you need to come tomorrow? Were you laid off? Zhang Shuiwei quickly called back to find out what was going on. Do you have anything else to say? Before Zhang Shuiwei could say anything, a cold voice came in. Boss, what did you just say? Zhang Shuiwei's tone was as humble as it could be. He tried to get the boss to keep him in this way. His whole family depends on his job to support them. But the capitalists never buy into this. The reply to Zhang Shuiwei was still that cold voice devoid of any humanity. Zhang Shuiwei, you are playing dumb in front of me. What else can it mean? You're fired. You don't have to come tomorrow. Beep, beep, beep. Then there was a busy tone on the phone. Zhang Shuiwei called back again, not believing it. But the reply was still an emotionless mechanical busy tone. He was blocked by his boss. The news of being laid off was like a bolt from the blue. Zhang Shuiwei sat on the stool in a daze. I don't even feel like eating. Without a job, where would he get the money to pay for his mother's medical expenses and his sister's tuition? Zhang Shuiwei's face was filled with sorrow. This was the first time he lost confidence in the future. He hadn't been like this before when his father died. At this moment, Zhang Shuiwei caught a glimpse of the Rocket's invitation letter that he had crumpled up and thrown into the trash can. Zhang Shuiwei quickly dug into the trash can and picked up the letter. I read the contents of the letter again and again. With a confused look on his face, he took the letter back to his room and tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. I'm destined to have a sleepless night tonight. In addition to Zhang Shuiwei who couldn't sleep, Lu Shuyun on the other side was also tossing and turning. Chapter 15. Pandora's Box. Chen Feng's home consists of one bedroom and one living room. When his grandfather was alive, the two of them always slept in the same bed. But now Chen Feng definitely cannot squeeze into the same bed with Lu Shuyun. There was no choice, Chen Feng could only sleep on the sofa alone. Lu Shuyun in the room looked at the moon outside through the window. Difficulty sleeping. This room is a little shabby and small. But there was a kind of warmth that she had never experienced before. Maybe it's not bad to stay like this. With this thought in mind, Lu Shuyun gradually fell asleep. The next day, in front of Daelong Takeaway Station in Shuangyang City. Bang! Zhang Shuiwei was thrown out directly by a marsupial dragon. Countless delivery men were standing by and watching coldly. Only a man who was older than Zhang Shuiwei Arnold came forward to help Zhang Shuiwei up. Wei Zhe, are you okay? I'm fine. Zhang Shuiwei wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and waved his hand to indicate that he was fine. Zhang Shuiwei really didn't sleep all night yesterday, thinking about whether to join this rocket team. But after a night of thinking, Zhang Shuiwei still planned to go and get his salary for this month back today. See if I can find a new job first. Early this morning, he rode Dodrio to the post station as usual to ask for his wages. However, they were beaten by their boss, the bag dragon. Take this money and get out of here. The owner of this post station came out of the door with a big belly. All of Zhang Shuiwei's wages for this month were scattered on the ground. To humiliate him, I fired so many people yesterday, but he was the only one who dared to come and ask for money. Zhang Shuiwei didn't say anything, but silently bent down and picked up the money he deserved. Then he turned around and mounted his Dodrio again. Before leaving, he looked at the owner of the inspection station with eyes full of hatred. That's great. While you're all here, I have something to announce. After Zhang Shuiwei left, the fat boss looked at the delivery men around him and shouted into the microphone. Starting today, your commissions will all be reduced by 50 cents, regardless of the size of the order. Wow! As soon as the fat boss finished speaking, the waiters in the audience exploded. The commission was low to begin with, and it's even lowered. Don't lower it, it's already very little. How can we support our family like this? Countless outsiders talked about it. You should know that their delivery men get 2 or 3 alliance coins for each order from Samson. However, their boss directly reduced the commission for the delivery men by 50 cents in alliance coins. They used to earn 5,000 yuan a month, but now they may only earn 4,000 yuan a month. This 1,000 yuan is already a huge sum of money for them. The business situation is not good right now, not only here, but everywhere else as well. As you all know, I fired some people yesterday. Commissions are like this: if you want to do it, do it; if you don't want to do it, get out. Some people want to do it. You need to support your family, don't I? The fat boss held the microphone and loudly threatened the delivery men. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, there are plenty of people who will do it. Don't worry at all that you have no one available. The delivery men below heard the boss's threat. There was some embarrassment on his face. Of course they knew that the boss fired some of the delivery men yesterday. Obviously they don't want to be fired either. If they were fired, it would be difficult for them to find another job for a while given their abilities. By then, their family's source of income will be cut off. The commission was reduced by 50 cents, which is still within their acceptable range. It's better to have less income than to lose your job. There was no choice but to accept the reduction in commission. See the silent delivery man below. The innkeeper smiled disdainfully in his heart. He knew these people would agree. On the other side, Zhang Shuiwei left the post station riding Dodrio. Wandering aimlessly in the city, the owner of the post station made Zhang Shuiwei full of disappointment with the world. After all, he has been working here for several years. I didn't expect that this boss would be so heartless. Watching the students engaging in Pokemon battles in the street park. The dream in my heart is burning again. Professional League Arena. The place he always dreamed of. The place that countless trainers pursue. Zhang Shuiwei silently took out his cell phone from his pocket. Search the penguin tool for the contact information on yesterday's letter. When he was about to press add friend, he put his phone away again. Take it out, open it, and put it away. Several times in a row. This contact method is like Pandora's box normal, constantly captivating him. FKU. Zhang Shuiwei rode on Dodrio and roared to the sky. Vent out your anger. Then, press the add friend button. After doing all this, Zhang Shuiwei felt relaxed. Woo. It was such a comfortable sleep. On the other side, Lu Shuyun woke up from her sleep. He opened his eyes blearily. He stretched lazily without any image. I actually slept for so long. Lu Shuyun blinked and looked at the clock next to her in disbelief. It's already 11 o'clock noon. In other words, she slept until noon. She couldn't remember the last time she slept so comfortably and peacefully. I don't know what that little pervert is doing now. Lu Shuyun changed into the clothes and black stockings that Chen Feng bought for her yesterday. Prepare to give Chen Feng a surprise. It's a benefit that allows me to sleep so comfortably. But when Lu Shuyun opened the door, she did not see Chen Feng. There was only a small note on the table. I'm out for training and won't be back for lunch. If you're hungry, there's food in the pot. If you're bored, watch TV or read a book, don't run around. You little b*****************, d, you're quite caring. Lu Shuyun folded the note and put it away silently with a faint smile. Walk to the kitchen and look for something to eat. Chapter 16. Joinel. Rock throw using Geodude. Beedrill. Use double team to dodge. In order to prevent others from suspecting that his Beedrill was the Beedrill that fought with Salamence yesterday. This time's training. Chen Feng deliberately did not use Beedrill's high attack and high movement speed to kill rival instantly. Instead, they began to use some tactics to defeat rival. Although this is less efficient, it is safer. No one would think of this Beedrill as the same Beedrill as yesterday. Following Chen Feng's command, Beedrill immediately created dozens of shadows that were exactly the same as Beedrill to confuse Geodude. Bang, bang, bang. Geodude's rock throw will leave a small hole in the ground every time it hits Beedrill's phantom. It can be seen that the power is extraordinary. Damn it, it's all empty. Geodude's trainer was a little unwilling to accept the fact that the other party was just too lucky. All the attacks were directed at double team. It's our turn, Beedrill, use Twineedle. Buzz. Beedrill flapped his wings, pointed his guns, and rushed towards Geodude. Geodude, use defense curl. Geodude's trainer looked at Beedrill who was rushing towards his Geodude. Quickly let Geodude use defense curl to increase defense. Geodude curled up his arms into a spherical shape and used defense curl to increase his defense. Bang. Geodude is hit by Beedrill Twineedle. The impact of the gun needle directly sent Geodude flying and he fell heavily to the ground. Stand up Geodude. Geodude's trainer saw his Pokémon being knocked to the ground and quickly shouted to cheer Geodude up. Precisely. Geodude supported his body with his arms and stood up from the ground with difficulty. Nice job, Geodude. Seeing Geodude stand up again, Geodude's trainer jumped up excitedly. But the good times didn't last long. Geodude's arms went limp, his eyes became like mosquito coils, and he fell to the ground. Watch as Geodude loses his fighting ability and falls to the ground. Geodude's trainer didn't react for a moment and was stunned for a long time. He kept muttering, "How is this possible?" After a while. "You win, your Beedrill is amazing." Geodude's trainer accepted his defeat. He took back his Pokémon and said to Chen Feng, "Thank you." Chen Feng also put Beedrill away. After a disguised battle, Chen Feng ended another battle. Now Beedrill's level has just been raised to level 22. The strength has improved a little bit. It's time to find the next rival. At this moment, Chen Feng suddenly saw someone applying to add him as a friend. And the number is the penguin number he just applied for. It seems that Zhang Shuiwei has figured it out. This penguin account of his was only reserved for Zhang Shuiwei. There will be no one else except him and himself. After chatting with Zhang Shuiwei, he will immediately cancel this penguin account. Chen Feng opened penguin and clicked to agree. Have you really thought it through? Closing square bracket. Once you join Team Rocket, there will be no room for regret. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng replied to confirm in the dialog box. As the first member of the Rockets, he must take it seriously. You haven't accepted my friend request yet. I just said it was a prank. Start by applying to add Giovanni as a friend. Zhang Shuiwei then took Dodrio away. Find a park bench and sit down to wait for news from Giovanni. Almost every minute. He then checked the news. But I was disappointed every time. There is no change in the friends list. After waiting for half an hour, Zhang Shuiwei finally found a reason for himself. I think I was so stupid to believe such a prank. Just as Zhang Shuiwei was about to leave, a message flashed on his phone. Giovanni has agreed to add you as a friend. Agreed. Zhang Shuiwei's hope, which had just been extinguished, was ignited again. I quickly clicked on the information to check it out. Open black lens bracket Giovanni. Have you really thought it through? Close black lens bracket. Giovanni. Once you join Team Rocket, there will be no room for regret. Two pieces of news caught Zhang Shuiwei's eyes. Open black lens bracket Zhang Shuiwei. I want to know whether what you said in the letter is true. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei, will you pay for my sister's tuition? Will you support me in becoming a trainer? Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei thought for a moment and replied. He first needs to make sure whether the other party can do everything he said in the letter. I added him as a friend just for the benefits he mentioned in the letter. If the other party can't do these things, then what's the point of adding anything? Open black lens bracket. Giovanni. Of course, I can do what I promised. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. How can I prove what you said? Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket. Giovanni. Send me your payment account number. Close black lens bracket. Seeing this, Chen Feng smiled inwardly. Anything that can be solved with money is not considered a problem. Zhang Shuiwei added his own penguin account for the purpose of fulfilling the promise he made to him. As long as you can prove that you have the ability. On the other side, Zhang Shuiwei frowned when he saw this sentence. Could it be that I have been the victim of a telecommunications scam? But considering that there is not a penny in my account, there is no point in being cheated. Zhang Shuiwei still sent his account number. Your account received 100,000.00 on XXX. Zhang Shuiwei had just sent his account number, and within 2 minutes, Zhang Shuiwei received a message from a payment software. Tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. Is this true? Zhang Shuiwei looked at the message on his phone in disbelief. So refreshing. Zhang Shuiwei found it a little unbelievable. Isn't he afraid that he will take the money and run away? Open black lens bracket. Giovanni. Got it. Now I can prove it. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng directly transferred 100,000 alliance coins to Zhang Shuiwei through the payment software. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. Got it, got it. Boss, please wait a moment. I will go and check it. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei controlled his excitement and even changed the way he addressed people. After saying that, Zhang Shuiwei clicked to withdraw cash. Dodrio immediately released himself and went to the nearest bank to verify. 10 minutes later, Zhang Shuiwei came out of the bank. He has already made up his mind. The other party really transferred 100,000 alliance coins to him without saying a word. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. Aren't you afraid that I will take the money and run away? Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei asked Chen Feng. Open black lens bracket. Giovanni. I know you very well. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng smiled slightly when he saw this sentence. He chose Zhang Shuiwei as the first man on the rockets. One of the purposes is to know the other person well. There is no worry that the other party will run away and you won't be able to find him. When Zhang Shuiwei saw these words, he shuddered all over. I was glad that I didn't get the money and then blocked the other party. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. I agree to join the rockets. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Giovanni. Welcome to join us. You will not regret your choice today. Close black lens bracket. After Zhang Shuiwei agreed to join the rockets, a system voice sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Ding, the mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The current mission is 1/10. He has completed one of the 10 Team Rocket members' missions. You can complete this mission by recruiting 9 members. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. Boss Giovanni, what do you need me to do now? Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei asked Chen Feng. Since you took the other party's money and joined the Rockets organization, then you have to do things for the other party. Giovanni. I will give you a sum of money over time. What you need to do now is to recruit 9 reliable members for the Rockets. I will notify you of other things after you have done them. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei. Don't worry, boss. I promise to complete this task. Close black lens bracket. Tip. The other party's account has been cancelled. Is this a cancellation? What a strange man. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 17. I understood. Captain Zhang, please take a look at this surveillance video. At the Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau, an investigator is playing a video on his computer. The video was taken at the entrance of the cafe where Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun had agreed to meet. Captain Zhang, please keep an eye on these 2 people. After the 2 of them came out of the cafe, Salamence stopped destroying things and headed straight towards them. The investigator pointed at Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun on the screen and said. Zhang Ling watched carefully for a moment. It seems to be true. After the 2 men came out of the cafe, Salamence stopped destroying the equipment and flew in that direction. But this doesn't mean there's anything wrong with these two people. The reports at the time caused a lot of panic, and there were countless people in the cafe. Anything else? Zhang Ling asked the investigator. Captain, please take another look at this video. The investigator nodded. Switch to video. If the previous video was just a suspicion, then this video is enough to prove that these two people have a direct relationship with the Salamence attack case. The two people in the picture saw Salamence coming towards them. After entering an alley, Salamence followed closely behind. Then a Beedrill was seen flying out of the alley and meeting Salamence. After a day and a night of screening, they finally found some clues. These two videos are enough to show that the Salamence attack is related to these two people. And that Beedrill must be one of these two people. Do you have any information about these two people? Zhang Ling asked the investigator. It has been found. The investigator handed a stack of information to Zhang Ling and then introduced it. The man's name is Chen Feng, he's 18 years old, and he's a student in Class 9, Grade 3 of Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School. The woman's name is Lu Shuyun, she's 28 years old, and she's the president of the Century Metropolis Magic City branch. After your Arcanine defeated Salamence, these two disappeared. They both should have a direct relationship with this matter. Zhang Ling flipped through the information and frowned. One is a senior high school student, and the other is a female president. The identities of the two people are very different. How did the two of them get together? Could it be that the president had a secret meeting with his lover, was discovered, and was retaliated? Zhang Ling made up a plot in his mind. Have you found Salamence's trainer? Zhang Ling asked. They found an earphone in Salamence's ear that had been broken by Beedrill. This shows that Salamence is trained and controlled remotely. Nothing was found. The high-rise buildings around Shuangyang Street are our surveillance blind spots. We have sent people to the community to inquire about the situation, but there is no news yet. The investigator answered truthfully. No clues. Zhang Ling frowned. It seems that we can only start with these people named Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun. Send me Chen Feng's address and I'll go there. Yes, Captain. Don Street. When Zhang Ling saw the name of the street Chen Feng, he was stunned. Liming Street sounds nice, but it is the most dilapidated street in Shuangyang City, a street abandoned by the city. The gigolo kept by the female president lives in such a shabby place. Or is it different from what I imagined, and there is something else going on? After receiving Chen Feng's address, Zhang Ling immediately rode his motorcycle to Liming Street. He. On the other side, Lu Shuyun was idle. He was holding a rag and wiping the table while humming a tune. This guy will definitely praise me when he comes back. Lu Shuyun put her hands on her hips and looked at her results with satisfaction. Just like a little woman waiting for her husband to come home. She herself had never imagined that in her lifetime, she would take the initiative to do housework and enjoy doing it. Boom boom boom. Just then there was a knock on the door. Huh, didn't you go out for training? Why are you back so early? Although Lu Shuyun was confused, he didn't think too much about it. He simply tidied up his appearance and shouted to the outside of the door, I'm coming. Lu Shuyun walked towards the door, imagining Chen Feng's surprised expression. Crack. Why didn't you take your keys with you when you went out? Lu Shuyun opened the door and spoke without even looking. Then I realized something was wrong. A uniformed investigator appeared at the door. This person is none other than this. It was Zhang Ling, deputy captain of Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau. Seeing that it was not Chen Feng, Lu Shuyun was shocked. He wanted to close the door directly, but Zhang Ling's foot was stuck in front of the door. Zhang Ling, the investigator from Shuangyang City, I want to consult you about something. Zhang Ling looked at the sexily dressed Lu Shuyun in front of him and understood instantly. It turned out to be just as I thought. The most dangerous place is the safest place. Who could have imagined that a female CEO would have a secret meeting with her lover in a slum? He's not home. Lu Shuyun replied with a cold face and wanted to continue closing the door. But how could she be stronger than investigator Zhang Ling? The door of the room was always blocked by Zhang Ling. It's okay. I just happen to have some issues that require your cooperation. Zhang Ling blocked the door with one hand and replied with a smile. At the same time, he kept looking into the room, wanting to know more. I don't know anything. There's nothing to cooperate with. Please leave. Lu Shuyun still had a cold face and refused to cooperate with Zhang Ling. Chapter 18. Tit for tat. Ms. Liu, I hope you can think it over carefully. We in the investigation bureau are not bad people. We can help you. Seeing Lu Shuyun resisting so much, Zhang Ling tried to make Lu Shuyun trust him in this way. Ms. Investigator, what I just said is very clear. Me what? I don't know anything. Lu Shuyun still refused to cooperate with Zhang Ling. Now she trusts no one except Chen Feng, including this investigator. Lu Shuyun felt a little regretful in his heart, wondering why he was so careless. Don't open the door without asking clearly. Given Chen Feng's personality, he will definitely bring the key when he goes out. Tisk, I can't believe that the president of Century Metropolis branch would secretly meet with his lover in our small fourth-tier city. Seeing that the soft approach didn't work, Zhang Ling started to use the hard approach. He tried to provoke Lu Shuyun by using provocation. I originally thought that Lu Shuyun would be furious if her secret was revealed by me. But what Zhang Ling never expected was, Lu Shuyun did not hide anything or make any excuses. This is my business. Where he and I date is between us. Not only did Lu Shuyun not hide the truth, but she even exaggerated it. She was a little confused just now, but that doesn't mean she is stupid. Zhang Ling's little tricks were all she had left over. Seeing that Lu Shuyun was not moved by any persuasion, Zhang Ling had no choice but to remain in a stalemate with Lu Shuyun. Zhang Ling wanted to go in, but Lu Shuyun wouldn't let him. Lu Shuyun wanted to close the door, but Zhang Ling blocked it and wouldn't let her. Miss Investigation Bureau, if you don't let go, I will file a complaint with Alliance headquarters. Assisting us in our investigation is the duty of every citizen. I told you, I know nothing. The two men stared at each other, neither willing to give in. Ms. Liu, there are so many people here, you don't want others to see you here, do you? Seeing that Lu Shuyun refused to give in, Zhang Ling reminded Lu Shuyun in a low voice. Sure enough, after hearing what Zhang Ling said, Lu Shuyun's strength in closing the door was much weaker. Humph, come in, or Chen Feng will say I don't know how to entertain guests when he comes back. Continuing the stalemate like this would only increase their chances of being exposed. After weighing the pros and cons for a moment, Lu Shuyun invited Zhang Lingjun. Zhang Ling was somewhat overjoyed. It seems that just as I guessed, Lu Shuyun was having a secret meeting in this little house. Worried about being known by outsiders. After Zhang Ling came in, he also looked the little house up and down. It was not as I imagined, with clothes scattered everywhere. On the contrary, it is very neat. There's water here, pour it yourself after you drink it. Although Lu Shuyun invited Zhang Ling in, but it did not change his previous attitude towards Zhang Ling. He sat on the sofa, crossed his legs, and read a book, as if Zhang Ling did not exist in the room. Ms. Liu, do you know who the Salaman's trainer who attacked you is? Zhang Ling didn't bother to be polite with Lu Shuyun and poured himself a glass of water. He asked straight to the point, trying to get some useful information from Lu Shuyun. But Lu Shuyun still crossed his legs and continued reading. It was as if he didn't hear what Zhang Ling said. Ms. Liu should know that as long as Salamance's trainer is not caught, you will be in danger. Seeing that Lu Shuyun ignored him, Zhang Ling once again emphasized the danger of the matter. But if this happened to someone else, they would probably have told the investigators everything they knew. But Lu Shuyun knew that this person was just a pawn. If the problem is not solved at its root, her life will never be guaranteed. Zhang Ling spoke for a full 10 minutes before he finished. Ms. Investigator, I've already told you I don't know. If you don't have anything else to do, please leave. You're disturbing me. Zhang Ling's nagging finally made Lu Shuyun a little impatient. She put down the book and prepared to chase him away. Now she trusts no one except Chen Feng. If they can bribe their assistants, they can certainly bribe these investigators. It's no longer safe here. We have to wait for Chen Feng to come back and tell him immediately. Since Miss Liu is unwilling to cooperate, I will have no choice but to wait for Mr. Chen to come back and learn from him about the situation. Seeing that Lu Shuyun was still unwilling to cooperate, Zhang Ling didn't waste any more words. Just lie on this sofa with your eyes closed, waiting for Chen Feng to come back. As time passed, it was evening. With a click, the room was opened. The two girls perked up at the same time and looked towards the door. I saw a young man, about 1.8 meters tall and handsome, push open the door and walk in. Who else could this person be but Chen Feng? When Chen Feng walked into the room, he saw a uniformed investigator sitting in the room. Chen Feng was suddenly stunned. Then he looked at Lu Shuyun beside him with a puzzled look. Seems to be asking what's going on. Noticing Chen Feng's gaze, Lu Shuyun gave him an apologetic look. Chapter 19. Liar, Big Liar. Hello, I am Zhang Ling from Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau. I need Mr. Chen's cooperation on some matters. See Chen Feng come back. Zhang Ling stood up, stretched out his hand, walked in front of Chen Feng and introduced himself. Hello. Cooperate, you must cooperate. Chen Feng put the food in his hand on the ground, stretched out a hand, and kept saying that he would definitely cooperate. Snort. Hearing Chen Feng's cooperation, Zhang Ling glanced at Lu Shuyun with pride, like a victorious rooster. You didn't cooperate, but your lover did. Cut. Lu Shuyun crossed his arms across his chest, a look of disdain on his face. She didn't believe that this little rascal would cooperate obediently. Officer Zhang wants to know something, just tell me. Chen Feng asked Zhang Ling. He had almost found out what questions Zhang Ling wanted to ask. None other than yesterday's Salamence attack. Mr. Chen, are the people in this video you and Miss Lu? Zhang Ling took out his cell phone, played a video, and asked Chen Feng. The video showed Chen Feng carrying Lu Shuyun out of the coffee shop and looking around for Xiaoyu. Chen Feng frowned and pretended to think. I don't know him, but he looks like me. Chen Feng watched the video carefully and said seriously. Ha ha ha. Hear Chen Feng's answer. Lu Shuyun couldn't control her emotions and started laughing with her hands covering her mouth. You are worthy of it. I don't know him, he looks like you. How dare you say such a thing? Keep pretending, this is you. Hearing these words, Zhang Ling's chest heaved with anger. Mr. Chen, please cooperate with our work. Zhang Lingjiao glared and questioned Chen Feng again with the video. I'm very cooperative. The person in the video does look a bit like me. But I have a common face, and there are many people who look like me. Chen Feng spread his hands with an innocent look. Zhang Ling almost exploded with anger when he heard this. Is this what you call cooperation? You two are really a perfect match. One is arrogant and rude, the other is shameless. What fate brought you two together? Zhang Ling tried hard to control his emotions. What about her? How should she explain it? You wouldn't say Miss Lu also has an ordinary face, would you? Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng and said with gritted teeth. She has the face of an internet celebrity, isn't she common on the street? Chen Feng continued to answer perfunctorily. In short, the principle is to say cooperation but act perfunctorily. Lu Shuyun on the other side was laughing like crazy. Internet celebrity face. Good, good, good. If you don't admit it, I will naturally find a way to make you admit it. Zhang Ling was convinced by these two dogs. I took out a Poké Ball with gnashing teeth. What? Officer Zhang, you want to use Pokemon to threaten us? Seeing Zhang Ling take out the Poké Ball, Lu Shuyun spoke from behind. Zhang Ling ignored Lu Shuyun. Instead, it releases its Poké Ball directly. Accompanied by a flash of red light, a dog-shaped Pokemon with tiger-like stripes appeared in front of everyone. Woof, woof, woof. Liar, liar. Arcanine just came out and saw Chen Feng the moment he saw him. Immediately, he started barking at Chen Feng. It was this person who deceived himself and caused himself to be scolded by his own master. Shit, this Arcanine is this chick's Pokemon. Others couldn't understand what Arcanine was saying. But Chen Feng, who possessed the power of Evergreen, clearly heard Arcanine calling him a liar. Officer Zhang, your Arcanine is too fierce. It scared me. Chen Feng pretended to pat his chest, pretending to be frightened. Woof, woof, woof. You are the one who is mean. If you hadn't lied to me, would I have been mean to you? Hearing Chen Feng's shameless words, Arcanine screamed even louder. It's really like killing the donkey after it has done its job. No, kill the dog. You get all the benefits, but I'll have to take the blame in the end. Stop pretending. Mighty General, was he the one who commanded you yesterday? He saw his, Mighty General, barking at Chen Feng non-stop. Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng with her beautiful eyes. This guy must have used some unknown means to command the Mighty General. Otherwise, why would the Mighty General be so vicious to Chen Feng? Woof woof woof. That's the big liar. The Mighty General kept nodding his head and yelling at Chen Feng. Mr. Chen, do you have anything else to say? Zhang Ling raised her pretty eyebrows and asked Chen Feng proudly. She was certain that it was he who commanded the Mighty General to defeat Salamence yesterday. Officer Zhang, I don't understand what you are talking about. You investigators won't just use Arcanine's growl as evidence, will you? Chen Feng still played dumb and pretended not to understand what Windspeed was saying. Chen Feng had no fear of Zhang Ling at all. They didn't do anything wrong. I just don't want more people to know. Besides, they are victims. You. Zhang Ling pressed his chest with his hand to control his emotions. Shameless. She had never seen anyone with such a thick skin. The evidence has been thrown at his face, but he still refuses to admit it. Humph, next time Miss Lu and Mr. Chen are attacked, there won't be a mighty general to command you. Let's go, mighty general. Seeing that the other party is unwilling to cooperate, Zhang Ling said something harsh and took the Windspeed hound back. Zhang Ling returned in disarray and slammed the door. P.S. There will be more foreshadowing in the early stages. If I come across any toxic content, please leave a comment to remind me. Chapter 20. The Legend of Yanwang Region. Ha ha ha, you're so awesome. You made her angry and left with just a few words. Seeing Zhang Ling being driven away by Chen Feng, Lu Shuyun laughed without caring about her image. Chen Feng went directly behind Lu Shuyun, his face turned grim and he asked in a low voice, "What's going on?" Seeing that Chen Feng looked unhappy, Lu Shuyun immediately put away the laughing expression, lowered her head, crossed her hands and whispered, "I'm sorry, I thought it was you knocking on the door, so I opened the door for her. Do you think I'm the kind of idiot who goes out without my keys? What if the person who comes today is not an investigator?" Chen Feng's complexion still didn't improve at all. Fortunately, the investigator came today. Okay, don't be angry, I know I was wrong. Seeing that Chen Feng's complexion had not improved, Lu Shuyun grabbed one of Chen Feng's arms and swung it back and forth, saying with charm, "She's totally acting like a little woman. Feel the soft touch on your arm." Looking at Detect, who is extremely sexy, Lu Shuyun. A tight skirt that goes over the hips outlines Lu Shuyun's perfect figure. Pair it with a pair of black stockings that will inspire endless imagination. Extremely captivating. Ahem, go and pack up. It's not safe here anymore. After dinner, I'll take you back to the Magic City. Chen Feng's tone couldn't help but weaken. Tilt your head to the side. It's no longer safe here. To be on the safe side, Chen Feng decided to send Lu Shuyun back to the Magic City tonight. Ah, today. Lu Shuyun was stunned for a moment and decided to leave today. Doesn't that mean I won't be able to see Chen Feng tomorrow? Yeah, today. Chen Feng nodded in confirmation. Okay, I understand. Lu Shuyun nodded gently, let go of Chen Feng's arm, turned around and went back to Chen Feng's room. She had nothing to pack except a few clothes. Looking at this small house, there was reluctance in his eyes. There was a thought that I didn't want to leave. But Lu Shuyun knew in his heart that even if he didn't leave, those guys would not let him go. On the contrary, I feel safer after returning to the Magic City. There is a Pokemon Alliance branch in Magic City. Those guys will at least be more restrained and won't dare to take action on the Pokemon Alliance branch's territory. Chen Feng, let's go tomorrow morning. Lu Shuyun pushed open the door and shouted at Chen Feng who was cooking in the kitchen. Okay, let's go tomorrow morning. Chen Feng responded. There is not much difference between setting off tonight and setting off tomorrow morning. Chen Feng, which university are you going to apply to? At the dinner table, I thought about separating from Chen Feng. Lu Shuyun had no appetite. Imperial Capital University. Chen Feng thought for a moment and replied. Tito University. Isn't our Magic City University good? In terms of faculty strength, Magic City University is no worse than Imperial City University. Lu Shuyun wants Chen Feng to apply to Shanghai University. This way, I can see him often in Shanghai in the future. The books and documents at Magic City University are not as many as those at Imperial City University. Chen Feng took a bite of the dish and said casually. Books and documents, Lu Shuyun murmured. What Lu Shuyun could not have imagined was that Chen Feng wanted to apply to Imperial Capital University just for the books there. What kind of book do you want? Doesn't Magic City University have it? Lu Shuyun asked curiously. She went to college at Shanghai University. But she went to a place like the library just to study. I have never read the books in the Magic City University. In her impression, the library of Imperial Capital University is not much different from the library of Magic Capital University. I want to find some documents about Mew. Chen Feng pondered for a moment and replied. The main reason why he wanted to apply to Imperial Capital University was for the documents in the Imperial Capital University Library. Although Shanghai University also has a national library. But Imperial Capital University is the first university in Yanhuang region. The library has many rare documents that are not available in other universities. If Chen Feng wanted to find out about Mew, he could only rely on clues recorded in the documents. If it weren't for these documents, with his knowledge of Pokémon, you don't even have to go to college. Mew, isn't this legendary Pokémon confirmed to be extinct? Lu Shuyun frowned. Of course she had heard of the legendary Pokémon Mew. According to the folklore of Yanhuang region, Mew was considered by ancient people to be the ancestor of all Pokémon, including humans who evolved from Mew. But now it has been confirmed by scientists that the legendary Pokémon Mew belongs to the ancient Pokémon and has long been extinct. There is no basis for this statement. Moreover, no one on the blue water planet has ever seen Mew, and even Mew's fossils have not been found. Scientists even speculate that Mew is just a Pokémon invented by ancient people for spiritual sustenance. It doesn't exist in this world at all. Lu Shuyun didn't know what Chen Feng was looking for Mew's documents for. I firmly believe that there is still Mew in this world. Chen Feng replied with an extremely determined look in his eyes. In Yanhuang region, besides the legend of Mew, there are many other Pokémon legends as well, such as Ho-Oh and Lugia during the Shang and Zhou dynasties. Laceram and Zekrom during the Chu Han contention. The three hegemons of land, sea and air in the late Eastern Han dynasty. And some folk town legends. Although they have now disappeared from human sight and become legendary Pokémon. But Chen Feng believes that these Pokémon are hidden somewhere on this planet. It's just that humans haven't discovered it yet. Looking at Chen Feng so sure, Lu Shuyun was stunned for a moment. I began to doubt the conclusions of scientists. Is it possible that there really is a Pokémon called Mew in this world? Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories, and never miss out on a great listen.